It's 6 o'clock. It's Friday. We have made it to the peak of the week. Welcome to it, South Africa. My name is Tabi Somakubela, but you can call me Uncle Tabsy. Welcome to your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso. It's a Friday, like I said. We've been clinging on this entire week and almost just like going on an incline upwards to get to this day. It's going to be an amazing one. We've got such a jam-packed show for you. I've got that Friday feeling just oozing and just running through my veins, but the other guys are going to tell you exactly what's coming up. In the meantime, Sis Princess Ntase, if you know, known to set up for your weekend. Graham and Leanne, what's happening?
Thank you kindly.
Thank you, Toby. So, darling, a very good morning to you at home. We're coming to you live from our W Beauty room. Of course, the room that just, makes us look like we woke up like this, when in fact there's a whole ton of paddle beating.
Don't you wish that these lights could follow you around all day?
It just gives you the glow. I'm Leanne Williams, and of course, this is my incredible co-host.
Absolutely love having you guys here. I love the fact that we've made it to the end of a stellar week, and we love the fact that it is the 25th of January, which means it's payday for many people. January is finally over. We stand in solidarity with you if you haven't been paid yet, but we are going to give you a show that is going to make you feel like it's New Year's Eve, an unbelievable way to round off the week. But I've got to ask Nick to step in here. Come in here, buddy.
I will cover
This is your little happy play space, man.
I'm like in my element. There's beauty product, there's fabulous fashion. I'm about what?
I said,
She a cowgirl. Yes, cowgirl. Yes, queen cowgirl.
Because I actually stuttered when I walked in here and I saw Leanne this way. I was like, She looks gorgeous.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the opposite. I was like, can we not go there? Please, she looked good.
Absolutely beautiful this morning. But
yeah.
Before I delve into the temperatures, obviously Friday we want to dress it down.
Yes.
And I always imagine for us this is a bit of a conundrum because we've got to look TV ready. We want to look relaxed, but we want to feel good when we're on air. How do you approach the weather as it is at the moment, to approach the kind of styling on a Friday? How do you kind of put it all together on a Friday for us?
Well, listen, I think like you hit it right on the head, Miss Anna Wintour over here. I think the question is, how do you guys look effortless, casual, but still TV ready? And one of the ways to do that is denim.
Yeah.
And, like, I've talked at length about denim, but denim is really getting a reboot courtesy of brands like Edition and Re as well. So you can see, I mean, you're in double denim.
full on.
Full denim.
Yes.
With a little floral patch, which I absolutely love.
Gotta love
You know, I like a little
it.
embellishment.
Yeah.
But you look sharp. Like, this doesn't
that's
look
good.
like you're just gonna go down the street and get a little coffee somewhere or meet with your cousin at the place. Do you know what I mean?
It's me. Y'all always me.
With your cousin. We know your cousin, the teacher. Anyway, this works in terms of presenting, but it's also super versatile as well for you and Ree in this jacket as well. And what I love is doing tonal looks as well. So what I always say when you're wearing tonal, guys, is if you're doing double denim in the same look, make sure there's a different texture. So, you've got denim on top, you've got a very similar tone under the shirt, but it's a different texture.
Yeah.
For you as well, it's a different coloring in the denim. So you have to think of ways to differentiate if you're wearing color on color, color on color.
So I'm going to say straight off the bat, if you're in Johannesburg today, maybe you want to not kind of layer up. Just go with the tea, man, because it's going to be a scorcher there today. 16 and 31 your range, and we've seen some killer thunderstorms. You're going to another one coming today. Partly sunny conditions with a shower, thunderstorm in spots in the afternoon, so expect something quite epic. A light breeze, around 13 k's an hour. Showers, thunderstorms expected in the evening as well. So don't forget that raincoat, but I think it's going to be a hot one. Durbs, pretty moderate, 23 to 20. It's going to get cooler as the day progresses. Cloudy day, we know that the humidity will kick up as well. Little to no wind. Majority of the day will be overcast though. But don't worry, the rain will clear up by Sunday. So if you want to get out in the water, get out there, get your wetsuit on and do it. PE, you're expecting rain this weekend, much needed, 17 and 23 your range. Mostly cloudy conditions with a shower or two. Southeasterly breeze, traveling around 26 kilometers an hour throughout the day. Rain expected to clear up by the evening, and that wind is going to pick up as well. And some sun for tomorrow onwards, so even the weather knows the weekend is here, baby. And in Cape Town, moderate but very windy. We experienced some of the most hectic wind I have since I've lived in Cape Town. Everything on my balcony is now sitting on the beach. Plenty of sunshine, windy conditions in the afternoon. Temperatures peaking around midday, 24 degrees. Humid remains low as wind speeds increase towards the evening, 39 kilometers an hour. Don't wear a hat to the Met, is all I'm saying. Don't wear a hat.
Can I do something very quickly?
Anything that is going to,
I'm instituting a best dressed every day on the show, and then I'm going to give this faux Oscar away. And now it's between the two of you, and who do I pick?
Well, I
Is
think
there
it's a
in there?
given.
I mean, don't even play with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't play games with my heart, man.
It's for Leanne Williams. I'm so sorry I did that. But I love, look at the lips.
And
with the shoes.
No,
I mean, did you plan this?
I did.
And it worked. Do you have anyone you want to thank? Is it me?
I would like to thank my mom because I think I got it all from her.
Girl, thank you so much.
Thank you to the
next
Academy.
year.
Thank you so much to Nick Strelitz.
Thank you so much. I love you.
Oh, in the presence of greatness.
No, I've definitely been left out. I think that Loyalty and Nick are not like this. They never like in the same WhatsApp group because Nick actually doesn't know where he stands. He's going to leave that room anytime now. He's going to be standing here next to me at some point and tell me that I'm the best dressed on this show every single day. See you, Nick. Listen, we're going to be here in the kitchen today as we do, and what better way to step into the weekend than making a nice cooler drink. So we're going to be making a nice watermelon and coconut cooler. This is perfect for the weekend, and I know that most parts of the country are going to be nice and warm, so you're going to really have fun making this and get into it, enjoying it as well. The keyword for this is Clover to 33728. You can SMS now, you can wait until you've seen how we make this, and then SMS after. It's totally up to you. And then we're also going to be making something very interesting as well. So it says here that this is a beer butter, okay? So you've got butter there, and I'm assuming that this is beer, and we're going to be mixing it all up. You're going to have to watch and see what happens with all of this. But the keyword for that is steak. You're going to have to SMS steak to 33728 to get a full recipe and breakdown of all the ingredients that are going to go into that. We're also going to take it onto a more interesting level as well and make a chocolate and amber malt rooster cook, okay? Like, that, it doesn't get any better than a rooster cook. And the key word for that is bride. This is really for all those people who are going to be spending today or tomorrow trying to make a bride, trying to entertain friends, because it's summer over here, summer over there, summer everywhere. Graham, what's happening with your face beat?
All right, so, I mean, a big part of our beauty routine here, and it's weird, you might think that this just happens, okay, that this just comes together, but I've obviously been in the game for quite a long time. And we have long days.
Yes.
You know, everyone stops us normal. What do you do after the live show? You just go home and sleep. But we go and shoot. We go to events. We do a lot of the supplementary work that goes into it. So obviously for me, the makeup routine has become a big part. So when our infrastructure got kind of a boost like this in our beauty room, it was a massive bonus for me. It's such an important thing for guys to take care of their skin.
But I'm so glad you're touching on that because I don't think that's a lot of things guys in South Africa might think to do.
It's taking me 2 decades to get to that point, man.
You're admitting it. You just look in that camera and admit
I admit
that you wear makeup.
I did not. I know. I love my makeup, man.
Yes.
No,
full face beat.
The best days are the days that I forget that if I'm going to go shoot or something, and then I'll just keep it on, and then I'll pop into a bank to do something, and tailors are looking at me like,
oh God, what's she doing? But that's a stigma we need to break. But I want to know from you, as someone who's been in the industry for so long, what's been like your secret to creating nice skin underneath that makeup?
You know, it's kind of twofold. I think there's something to be said for, obviously, in the flow, if I'm going to be shooting, even if you know that you've got a long day of filming, you've still got to wash the morning makeup off because it's obviously a lot thicker for the lights that we're wearing. The kind of dynamic that we have in the morning is much more powerful. So you've got to make sure that you get the makeup off and use the right kind of products to be able to do that. Nothing too invasive, something that's going to treat your skin. Gone are the days of kind of paint stripping your face. You've got to make sure that everything is there and that you tone your skin after you've done that.
Yeah.
And then you can reapply a softer kind of shade or something for the day ahead.
So cleansing, I would imagine, is super important.
Most important, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can go the route of wipes if you're in a hurry, but there's such an amazing range of products now that are available to us. And of course, we've got our beauty team to kind of help us in that.
And actually, Woolies has this, which I haven't actually seen this before. It's this amazing sort of enzymatic-ridden cleanser, but it's a powder. So it forms a paste over your skin after, instead of doing a traditional foam wash, this actually creates sort of a mold across the skin, which really penetrates deeply.
Gets into the pores,
Gets into the pores, and I think as someone who wears makeup on the daily, maybe not as much as the ladies, but it's important to get your skin extra clean. So something like this is super infiltrating and really takes up all that, the dirt and the excess skin cells and really leaves you feeling.
And what I love about the W range is that you're not left with this kind of oily residue after the fact. And then when you moisturize, you know that everything is going in there. When you tone, you know that you're getting that balance back. And I'd have to say the most important thing is at the end of the day, make sure that get a good cream.
Yes.
Invest in a good cream, and a good eye cream, but a really good moisturizer.
Night cream.
And make it a daily routine.
Yeah, you have to. And what's great is that W Beauty actually now is doing a promotion, so you can buy any 2 Woolworths beauty products. That's every single beauty thing they have in the store. 20% off if you're a W Rewards member, which is free, and we love freebies, and extra 5% if you shop with your Woolies card.
So in other words, you're saying stop stealing the stuff from our beauty room and actually go
I'm
and
just
get your
taking all of this out. this is for me. I'm just gonna go have some fun.
Just go and do it.
Okay.
Man. Well, we've got a stellar way to round off this Friday. We're going to take it from there, take an unbelievable young group in studio.
Well, it is a Friday, and man, are we excited that the weekend is finally here. Now, no Expresso Show would be complete without some music. And today, the band that we are joined by is called Emergere. They're here, they're excited, they're doing their best. I'm chatting to front woman Emergere, and of course, just a few facts about them. Your debut single, Breakin' Fall, was the winner of the Avid and Abbey Road Studio International Song Contest, which was picked by nearly 5,000 international entries. Good to have you here, Emma.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you, Emergere. Make some noise, everybody. All up. Yes, we're alive. So how are you feeling about being on the show this morning?
I'm very excited to be here. I was in an a cappella group, Anecdote. They are regulars
that's
here.
where we recognize you
yeah.
from.
And I'm just happy to be back and with this new project, Emergent.
Wonderful. New projects are absolutely fantastic. We're in the beginning of a new year. So what are you going to be performing for us today?
We are going to perform 3 songs from our debut album, Bloom. The one is called Nomadic Love, Urban Wilderness, and then Breakin' Fall.
That's absolutely amazing. We can't wait to hear more from you, so stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. Emergere is in the house, and they are going to be taking your Friday to a whole nother level.
Okay.
So, buddy, first of all, good morning. Welcome to the
good
Friday.
morning to you. I really like what Nick and the girls here are doing with your face. Some really incredible work.
Some of us need a little more than others.
Are you visiting the bank today? Are you seeing any tellers today?
It's so funny. Yeah, now you might just do that on at the end of January. It's crazy how much this month has pushed everyone. And it feels like it's a global thing where people have been kind of really stressed out being the start of the year. And we're going to get into some of our international news where one man, I think, is breathing a massive sigh of relief.
Yes.
But we like to balance it out with some positivity this morning.
Totally.
Do we hear wedding bells?
Yes, we do. Wedding bells everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. Well, listen to this. It's a local story, and it's an exciting one at that. I'm sure you know Jason Goliath, comedian.
We know him, we love him.
He is so funny, and I absolutely love him. But you know what? When I saw on his Instagram that he had gotten married, and he said something like, she said, I do, or I'll spend the rest of my life with you. I thought it's a total joke. I mean, there's no ways. Jason, you know, I can never tell if he's being serious. But also because he got married to his long-term girlfriend, Sian Bailey. They did it dressed in jeans and sneakers. That's why I thought they were joking at first, but no.
It's actually, I'm sure it's pronounced Sean, just to out you on national TV. No, I saw the same pictures, dude.
Yeah.
And I thought it was like a rehearsal.
For their wedding?
Yeah, I thought they were like playing around and everything, which is, I mean, but awesome. And that's very
You never
Jason.
know,
actually.
yeah. It's
That's very,
absolutely
very Jason.
beautiful. So yeah, so they can be seen kneeling at the altar, both dressed in matching
Yay.
Jordan sneakers, jeans, and black t-shirts. The words bride and groom printed on the back of their t-shirts. Now the couple, they're going to continue their wedding celebrations in the Maldives. Yes, that's how you continue your wedding celebrations, where they are set to host another ceremony on the beach, which is, I'm sure, going to be spectacular, man. Jason, congratulations. Sean Bailey, congratulations.
Yeah, no, we absolutely love the two of you, and he's worked so hard, not just for himself, but the comedy collective in South Africa. So he deserves a bit of a break in the Maldives. So let's inspire you on this Friday. Hopefully this will get you thinking about your own life in a more positive way. We know J.K. Rowling, obviously, billionaire, but one of the most famous authors / kind of movie makers now behind the Harry Potter series, but she's a literary genius for what she's created. And she is someone who I think has taken a lot of dreams and made them a reality, literally in the form of a book. So our inspiring quote of the day comes from J.K. Rowling herself. She says, "What is life without a little risk?"
Okay.
I love that. And she, I think, is someone that obviously had to take a risk in putting this out there. And whether you're a fan of the book series or not, you cannot dispute the fact that she is undoubtedly one of the most successful women in business, one of the most successful brands in the world.
Yeah.
So, you know, heed what she says.
And inspired a whole generation. So she's one to listen to, absolutely. Well, listen, we are going to get the show on the road.
Let's rock and roll,
Let's
baby.
rock and roll. We've got news, we've got sports, we've got weather, we've got traffic at some point, we've got lots coming your way. Leanne, what's in the news?
I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, oh, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is how we're officially kicking things off with your news on this Friday morning. The Parliament Portfolio Committee on Police wants the South African Police Services to fast-track the implementation of the e-docket system. The view is that the system will assist in the fight against crime. Foreign direct investments, or FDI, in South Africa grew from $1.3 billion in 2017 to $7.1 billion in 2018, an increase of 446%. On the international front, the Democratic Republic of Congo's new president, Felix Tshisekedi, fell ill briefly as he was delivering his inauguration speech yesterday following the country's first peaceful handover of power. 55-year-old Tshisekedi returned after 12 minutes, saying that the campaign had got the better of him. An extreme heat wave in Australia has led to the deaths of more than 90 wild horses in the outback. Rangers have found dead and dying animals in a dried-up waterhole near Alice Springs in the Northern Territory. And finally, bad news for some, good news for others. It turns out Hollywood apparently hasn't found its next power couple. Rumors were rife that South Africa's superstar and Oscar winner Charlize Theron and pretty boy Brad Pitt were dating. But now an entertainment magazine has confirmed that Brad and Charlize have known each other for years and recently became even better friends after working on an ad campaign together. With rumors put to bed, there are now two most eligible stars on the loose, but Brelease is not on the cards. Hey, what? But remember, this is Tinseltown, where rumors often come true. I always say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Let's take a look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham. That is a sure thing.
And we'll be expecting a little fire, that Protea fire, as they resume their battle against Pakistan in the ODI series in Centurion, with the 5-match series now perfectly poised at 1-1. Play gets underway at Supersport Park from 1 o'clock this afternoon. And a big weekend in rugby after a month off. The Blitzbokke return to World Series action this weekend as they aim for the Cup at the Hamilton Sevens leg. South Africa will face Kenya, Scotland and France in the group stage. An interesting mix. Then in football, it's a battle of two of the most successful clubs in FA Cup history in the fourth round tonight as Arsenal take on Manchester United at the Emirates Stadium. And in tennis, Rafael Nadal is on course to win a second Australian Open title as he booked his place in the final after a rather simple-looking 3-love win over Stefanos Tsitsipas. We'll delve deeper into all of that sport now. Ashraf Mohammed is here, our sports editor, to chat a little bit more about this bumper weekend.
Thank you, G. Okay, now time to have a look at your weather across the country. We've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures and show us what you get to wake up to on a daily basis. Cheryl Ann Yonkers sent us this beautiful sunrise picture from Pietermaritzburg, and today you can expect some cloudy conditions with a couple of showers reaching a maximum of 20 degrees. So Cheryl Ann, enjoy that one. Off to your temperatures across the country. It's windy and rather hectic over here in Cape Town, but let's start off with Polokwane, starting off at 19, reaching a high of 30. Mbombela is at 19 and a maximum of 29. Pretoria, 18 and 33. Johannesburg, 16 with a high of 31. Mahikeng, 21 with a maximum of 36. Klerksdorp, hot today with 23 and a maximum of 35. Kimberley, 18 and 39. In Bloemfontein, it's sunny today, 14 reaching a maximum of 37. Richards Bay, 20 and 26. It's rainy today in Pietermaritzburg, 16 with a high of 20. In Durban, 20 and a maximum of 24. Mthatha, 15 and 20. East London, rainy today with 17 and a maximum of 22. In Craddock, starts off at 14, reaching a maximum of 29. Port Elizabeth, 18 and 24. In George, brace yourself for a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 22. Sutherland, 9 and 26. If you're in Cape Town, windy at 17 and a maximum of 23. Worcester is sunny at 12 and a high of 28. Springbok, 14 and a maximum of 32. And finally, Uppington at 20, reaching a high of 39. That's your weather. The next report will be at 7 o'clock.
Just take a gander at that. I was wondering when I saw the city block of lights leaving harbour, or kind of parked out, moored out to shore. It is the MSC Musica, and it is massive, probably the biggest boat I've ever seen. Of course, the QE2 has also been here in harbour, but it looks like they're heading off to whatever wonderful adventure. So maybe post some pics if you've gotten a view from your balcony window of that incredible sight. So we're going to kickstart the show in style in just a moment. We're talking sports. Ash is here to chat a little bit about FA Cup. World 7 Series kicks off again in Hamilton this weekend. Then we're going to delve a little bit deeper into the life of a professional obstacle course racer. I've heard stories about this dude. He is incredible, and he's got a massive mountain to climb, so to speak. So we're going to introduce you to him after the break. We'll see you in a mo.
It is the keeper of a gateway leading to a flood of emotions, and I can sit here forever listening as the wind keeps calling my name between the grass. Trying to find ways. I'm not hearing mine. Holding on to. Stones till daybreak.
Not hearing anything from my. Not hearing anything from my ears. There we go. Sorry. Is yours on 7? Just play quickly.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3 on this gorgeous Friday. Man, do I love a Friday. We've
Yeah,
got
we
a
all
beautiful
do.
cruise liner in the distance there. I
Yes.
mean, this is how you want to wake up in the morning.
That
but
is.
how I also love to enjoy my Friday is with a young bride.
Yeah.
And we want to know from you on social media this morning, what is your favorite side for your bride day?
Absolutely.
Hey?
Well, it is definitely Bright Friday here on Expresso, and your comments have arrived fast and thick. Let's start off with Tsibo saying, good morning. The perfect spot for me to do the braai is in the balcony. But I want to find out from you, Tsibo, what your favorite side is while you're braaiing there in the balcony. And then Sho Lim says, my favorite side would have to be the perfect potato salad.
Oh,
if it's made just
yes.
right, you can have a salsa instead. Okay?
nice.
And Peter Jonathan says, good morning. It has to be boerewors and steaks. Well done, please. Oh, yes. But what side are you having with that?
So you have boerewors and steak as a side for your chicken.
Your chicken, yeah. So you have the fried chicken and then the boerewors
I
is the
love
side.
it.
I like a man that's into his
Listen,
braaiing.
we're available for it.
Here's Ngez King and it says, just bread. Then, how you do, ma? It's ama, ekoloy, vroom. Let us know on our Facebook page what your favorite side is. What
We
is yours?
have to get Henny, you know Henny,
Yeah.
the famous Henny on our show. He makes a delicious side that's got pap, a layer of pap,
Yeah.
bacon, cheese, like a smurky
Yeah.
vibe. And let me tell you, it hits the spot. It hits this spot, you feel just like love in your tummy. You just want to do this with yourself all the time.
Yeah, if there's a meal that makes you feel that way, let us know. Hashtag Expresso Show.
It's all kicking off in the world of sports this weekend with some massive cricket things tied up, one apiece between the Proteas and Pakistan Football FA Cup. And of course, we've got some fresh sevens rugby to sink our teeth into. ODIs, unbelievable. Blitzbokker in the Hamilton sevens. We absolutely love it. I think standing out is the interesting dynamic between the two gents sitting here as Man United and Arsenal face off in the FA Cup fourth round. It's going to be a massive weekend. Whatever sport you choose to support. So Ash, welcome back, my man.
Let's get
It's a big one, man. It's a big one.
So Faraz Ahmed, first of all, in hot water right now with the ICC, so that doesn't bode too well for how the mindset of the Pakistan team does going into this third ODI. But how do you see it playing out? I think we had a very impressive performance out.
No, definitely will, especially after the defeat for Pakistan in Durban. You know, the way the Proteas came back and managed to weather that storm. They were really down and out, and Andile Pechlukayo and Rassie van der Dussen brought them through at Kingsmead. Van der Dussen is really making a late show for the World Cup squad.
That steely-eyed gaze after every
93
shot,
and now 80 not out, you know, and there's a spot in the top order somewhere. So he's getting good, coming good at the right time. Pechlukayo as well for that number 7 spot, the batting or bowling all-rounder that we've always been looking for since the days of Sean Pollock. It seems like he's the guy now there as well.
Because for me, that was probably the stand-up performance because he showed that he can step up in those moments. We know that the bowling side, he's a wicket taker. He can be a little bit expensive, but he's getting better and better at the shorter format. But being able to be that kind of backbone at crunch time, that's surely a World Cup placement.
Also, at the start of his innings, a bit shaky, came down the wicket to the spinners, but it's just his positive intent. That's a good thing, you know. He doesn't just stand there and let him bowl to him. He takes the game to the opposition, so that's a step forward. Also, Buren Hendricks into the squad, left-arm paceman, so that's a bit of variety in the pace attack. For the Proteas, they're hopefully going to give him a chance.
Dale staying back in.
Yes, and Quinny de Kock as well.
My word, so we're looking and sounding so strong. When you talk about those names, you feel good about the team that you're putting out.
Feel good about the World Cup, man.
Really,
so just take note, obviously the game today kicks off 1 o'clock at Supersport Park in Centurion. But on Sunday, get down to the Wanderers and wear your pink. Support breast cancer awareness. It's Pink Day, and it's one of the best days, I think,
also
ever,
a wonderful occasion. Wanderers always packed. I think the tickets are sold out already, so that's going to be a massive game as well. And hopefully the Proteas can keep it going.
Yeah.
All right then, ding, 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 ding.
Seconds out. No doubt the tickets are probably already sold out.
Oh, that would have been probably decades ago, man.
FA Cup fourth round action that sees Arsenal at home to Manchester United tonight at 5 minutes to 10, so giving you just a nice long day to kind of anticipate the action.
Put the baba to bed. That's the main thing,
It's going to get real, Kat. It's going to get real.
229th edition of these two teams meeting. But I have to say, Ole Gunnar, I think, was doing the PR for both teams this week, pumping up Unai Emery. There's a different vibe in the Premier League.
Always Arsenal, Man United, classic confrontation. Or United fans remember 1999, Ryan Giggs' wonderful goal. Solskjaer spoke about that this weekend, saying how intense these clashes always are. So expect fireworks, you know. Solskjaer, United, I think, won 18 in a row. He's going for 18 in a row now. So they're almost unstoppable at the moment. But of course, Arsenal, they have their issues. Apparently, they went paintballing this week. And Emery got shot 3 times. And everybody's saying it's Mesut Ozil who shot him 3 times.
He goes, they're almost unstoppable right now. Unfortunately, Arsenal has issues. Like, just the bias is ridiculous. I'm joking. But of course,
Emery on target in terms of the paintballing. And they're saying Ozil shot him 3 times, apparently.
In the back. Oh, he shot him in the back. But a couple of mouth-watering fixtures. I think Man City will probably be the happiest of the lot. But Newport, they were amazing to see kind of some giant slayers there. And I think they'll fancy their chances against Middlesbrough. Newcastle, putting into context their season, I think some silverware will do them a huge
and watch out for Wolves as well. Wolves have been going well this season.
Absolutely,
they're the surprise outfit, Jim.
We can't even touch on the Blitzbokker right now. Hamilton 7s, but good luck to our boys out
Score
there.
prediction?
Yeah. Oh,
2-1 United.
3-2 Arsenal. Come on. Get inside, you Gunners. Get inside.
I'll take him back, man.
Come on.
It's time for us to meet somebody that is going to bring a lot of inspiration into your life. Now, there's a saying that goes, when your legs can't run anymore, run with your heart. And that's exactly the inspiration that you need when it comes to doing an obstacle race competition.
That's right. Now, today we feature an athlete whose body was made for this sport and is the first obstacle runner to be signed to Red Bull. But you're going to love this next fact about him. He is South African. Have a look.
It's the norm for a lot of us to want to become a lawyer, doctor, or even an accountant as a profession. But did you know that you could become a professional obstacle course racer? Well, Thomas van Tonder is a 16-time warrior race champion, currently #1 in South Africa and #8 in the world. He's about to put me through my paces, so wish me luck.
Welcome to my playground.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
So what inspired you to get involved in obstacle course racing?
Well, I got involved back in 2014, and basically what caught me is just the adventurous look of it, the outdoor, and just to be crazy for a day.
And I believe in your very first race, you entered in the fun category, but ended up finishing second overall.
That's very true. So you've got two different categories. You've got the Black Ops is our 15K distance of death. And you've got then the elite batch, which means podium prize money, and you've got your normal batch, which is we're here for the beer. I basically entered in the beer category, started 10 minutes behind the elite batch, and I came over the finish line second overall, and it was like, this is something I've got to train for.
So you're going to introduce me to the crazy world of obstacle course racing? Let's try this out.
Come on.
Yeah, just take it easy here, nothing too hectic.
So this is the overs, something we get in the races a lot. Fundamental for this, remembering to do, is getting your body weight over the pole. So there's a fast way and a slow way. The fast way being having enough power to just jump on it and over it, and the slower or safer way being putting your weight onto it and rolling it over. So weight on the pole, roll it over. That's it. Then we'll
got this.
So the harder or faster one would be focusing to jump your weight onto your hands and getting your foot on top and then taking that over.
Trap.
Weight onto your hands, foot up. That's it. 1, 2, 3, up, foot up. There we go. Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you feeling the love of OCR yet?
Yeah, I've just gone about 5 meters, but I think I'm stuffed.
So this is what we call the cargo net climb. They also put them in a lot of our races, especially at the end of it sometimes. They tend of not putting them vertical, but putting them horizontal, and makes it interesting.
So is this what your average training would look like?
Yes, I call this simulations. You have to prep for what you're going to race, but I find that obstacle racing, there's so much that you can do that's applicable on your race. It's still a big runner's race, so running based stuff. Anything from rock climbing to kayaking, it's all applicable, which makes it a really enjoyable sport.
I'm sure you put a lot of hours into your training. What does your training timetable look like?
Well, I'd say a week's training, I have 2 or 3 strength sessions. It's focused on just strength, because we have stuff like tire flips and heavy stuff. And then something that's different to OCR that other sports don't have is grip training. Like, you have to be able to hang on something with your full body weight for a certain period of time. And training on that specifically, and then mostly it's still running based. So currently I'm trying to improve my running, so my weekly basis I'll have long runs on the weekends, like 3-hour runs, and then during the week we'll have shorter power stuff like what we're doing now, just a bit higher intensity.
Let's give this a crack.
It's not rocket science. You just pick a line, you climb it like a step ladder. At the top, make sure you're safe, turn your body around, make sure you have a foot in before you start coming down. For myself, for the racing and the crazy mad guys, there's a move I like to do at the top, but I wouldn't advise it for you just yet.
Okay, it's just like a ladder.
Like a ladder, pick a line, work your way up. Woo! Doing better than a lot of beginners would do.
Yeah, thanks, man. And I'm scared of heights. If I can do this, you can too. So currently you're #8 in the world. That's amazing.
Thank you.
How is the South African standard of racing compared to the international standard?
South African, locally, we are right up there with the contesting internationally, competition-wise and quality of event-wise. We've been over to the OCR World Championships for the last 4 years, and we've brought home top 10 placings. We've had age group podiums, we've had mixed team race podiums, so I would say we're right up there with the international standards.
What are some of your goals and dreams that you would like to achieve moving into the future?
Being ranked #1 in South Africa currently is it's quite a feeling reaching that goal, but the second one is being able to step on the podium on a world stage. I've been there just at the top 10 for the last 4 years, and just to get that edge and to step onto the podium at a World Champs would be my ultimate goal. I guess it all just comes back to how much hard work you put into it, and it'll pay off at the end.
Well, I think with your attitude and hard work, those dreams are going to fast become a reality.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Let's do it backwards.
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, well, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. Just getting some final touch-ups while the band gets ready. Emergere is in the studio. They'll be performing for us on this Friday morning. You'll get to see them live after the break. And then we also take a moment to celebrate the icon that I think was lost to the African continent at large this past week, Dade Oliver Tukudzi. Take a look back at some of our favorite moments spent with him. Stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll be right back after this break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. It is Expresso right here on SABC3. It is a Friday.
Yes,
Friday. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us this morning. We got that Friday feeling inside our bones.
So good inside.
Yeah.
Well, this week was a very, very sad week
was,
for us.
rather.
We all know that in November 2017, we were blessed with the privilege and opportunity of having the legend that is the late, great Oliver Tukudzi, who sadly passed away on Wednesday, perform on in our Expresso penthouse. And it was definitely a moment in which we could reflect on his absolutely unbelievable career, his incredible achievements, and the importance to all people on the African continent that he held.
Yeah.
And of course, that's why we think that it's fitting that we as the Expresso Morning Show take a look back at that memory with warmth as we take a moment to just really celebrate a truly wonderful musician.
Sure.
What a song. You don't even need to understand what it's all about.
Oh man, what a truly remarkable talent and a legend indeed. Oliver Mtukudzi, who was born in 1952 in Harare in Zimbabwe, is considered to be Zimbabwe's most renowned and internationally recognized cultural icon of all time. Now, he began performing in 1977 when he joined the band Wheels, and he sang in the Shona and Ndebele and English languages, and also incorporated elements of different musical traditions, you know, giving his music a distinctive style known to fans as Tuku music.
Yeah, and Tuku music certainly lives on as we all even just listening to that, you don't even need to know what the lyrics mean for the song to have an impact on you. And of course, Mtukudzi has had a number of tours around the world, including the UK, the United States, and Canada, performing to huge, huge audiences. And as a result of that, the impact he's had on people, tributes from fellow artists and politicians have been pouring in over social media, with Mtukudzi being hailed as an indisputable national hero, African icon, and global star. And legislator Themba Mliswa stating he is writing to President Mnangagwa to apply for national hero status for his national contribution to the music, arts, and culture industry.
Exactly. So from our Expresso family to his, we want to just send out our deepest condolences to Oliver, and of course those who loved him and just supported his career and the humbleness that he had. And of course we just want to say that we're thinking of his family and all of his fans around the world. He's definitely added so much to us as Africa and the continent. So we're very, very proud to have known such a talented artist.
Tuku, may you rest in eternal peace and power.
All right, so getting back to a bumper weekend ahead of us, in case January coming to an end, payday for many has eclipsed the fact that it's come at just the right time. It is the weekend and we've got just what you are craving for. The best looking breakfast team in the business, undoubtedly the Roger Good shows. Roger Good, Sureshni Ryder, Miss Cosmo, Papa Bear himself, Robbie Cruz from 5FM, Marzi Bay, who I haven't met yet, and if last week was anything to go by, a large cow in studio, I'm assuming. Morning, guys.
Morning! What's up?
Oh, I love you, man. I love you. I've missed you. How important is this weekend, taking into account that January, this has been the longest January ever, hey?
Right, people are suffering. I miss your man musk. I miss your musky scent, sir.
I'm sending it through.
I miss your flavor. So people are suffering. They got no cash, bro. What can I say? They're broke. We're all broke.
But we can get through it with a good bay by our side and an unbelievable party lineup. What you got for us, man?
You got it. First up, the legendary Julian Gomes presents World Without End, incredible DJ producer. On Saturday, the 26th of January, World Without End will host the club night in the heart of Johannesburg at And, presented by Julian himself, and the lineup including some of the biggest names in the business: DJ Christos, China, Lady, Sake, and Cat La Cat, just to name a few. Get your tickets now from 9 p.m. in the evening. Of course, $80 will get you in. Staying up in the Berg, the fourth Momentum ODI Pink Day, South Africa versus Pakistan at the Wanderers Stadium. The Pink Day ODI is set for Sunday, the 27th of January 2019 at the world-renowned Bidvest Wanderers Stadium, and we'll see the Proteas play at a capacity crowd in the Pink Kid at one of the most iconic annual cricketing events in the world. Get your tickets now for a must-see sporting event. You can imagine what it must be like to watch the cricket in there. It is insane. If you've never been, Sunday, the 27th of January from 10 in the morning, anywhere between 80 Rand and 610 bucks will get you in, sir. Yes, madam. And finally, some rude dude named Roger Good is playing at Saint this Saturday night with his old friend Poppy, taking over the Awesome Lounge at Saint in Joburg. Prepare yourself for the greatest music on this side of the wall, this side of the equator. Grab a cocktail, delicious meal, and make Saturday a good night out. $80. I don't think there's no cover charge either. It's no excuse to miss that.
I don't even believe you, man. No cover charge. Are you crazy for a face melting set?
You know what insane. I'm saying? What you got for us, Graham?
Buddy, this is actually a really big one here, man. We've been chatting to James Morrison all week. He has been so pumped about being in South Africa, and he's doing something that he hasn't done before, playing in I think probably unmatched location that is Kirsten Bosch Gardens. He's going to be there on Sunday. Unbelievable performer. He's inspired so many people. Is that a pig? You've welcomed a pig into studio. You can get there for 325 Rand. In fact, that's tomorrow, 26th of January. 650 Rand for the VIPs. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be amazing. And all that's left to really kickstart this weekend is one thing, one sound. Can I get it, please? Some farmyard noises and a hoorah.
Hoorah, mama, hoorah! Can I tell you, we got a pet pig. We got a show pig.
And I think you might actually have a pet pig in your studio.
We do. Anyway, we'll show you next time we see you.
That's coming from Roger Good and his insane family. Whatever you do, go out there, be safe this weekend, but party it up. It's payday. Go and enjoy it.
Well, while you take those notes on what to do this weekend, we're going to take a quick break right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso on SABC3. After the break, we get to know our performer today. They're called Emergere, and they're absolutely incredible. You really cannot wait to see them. And the other thing coming up is just my least favorite time of the weekend on the show. It's the Battle of the Presenters. We play our weekly rewind game, and we get to see who's been paying attention this week. No, lambi lingcela a sandwich. Stick around.
Try the new McAfee Low GI sandwiches, cheese and tomato, chicken club, and cheese and tomato chicken roll. Enjoy a moment in between with McAfee.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Friday morning and it is so good to have your company. And right now, even better to be sitting next to our guest artist this morning. Let's get to know Emergent! They're here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, neighbors, they're here. Neighbors, they're here. Celebrate with us, celebrate. It's great to have you guys here. Emergent.
Thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, I was saying to you right now, just before we went live, that a lot of us live under a rock and might not have heard of Emergere. So tell us about Emergere, how it came about, what are you guys all about?
So Howard and I have been making music for a very long time, since high school pretty much. And we launched our album last year in May. It's called Bloom.
Just pick it up. Just show people the work, the beauty that's got it. Show them the other side as well. That is lovely, man.
And a week ago we had a sold-out live launch. So we're starting to perform now. And
that's absolutely incredible. And this after when you initially came out and you put your music out, being #1 artist on...
Yeah, shortly after our album release, we were selected as Apple Music's Artist of the Month. And we had some BBC radio play.
That's incredible. So you're already touching international waters and now we're reaching for Grammys, man. So initially what made you guys, I know you said high school, but what made you come together and go, well, we're a good fit. We could work together musically. We vibe on the same frequency.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty cool. Most of the time, our songs, kind of originates from, I write the music, and then Emma hears it, I play it for Emma, and then she just magically writes beautiful lyrics
He's always
and
been
her
a
vocal
really
melody.
amazing writer, and yeah, we love the same kind of music.
And so that synergy has always worked, and so yeah, we're
That's absolutely amazing. And I'm assuming the name Emergere comes from Emma and
That's correct.
Tell me about the inspiration in Bloom and the artwork and what that represents in terms of when you put that vinyl on and you're playing and you listen to it. What are you getting from it?
The reason why we title the album Bloom is because it's literally like a young flower.
Yeah.
And so it is our first album, and it is the beginning of our career.
Yeah.
And so that's why it just represents that.
And it's also the duality kind of.
Yeah, and it's a Cape Townian graphic designer called Kim van Vieren, and so she made this artwork, and it symbolizes the fact that we're a duo, and it's got that spacey, weird, feel, cinematic.
The blooming of the cosmos.
There we go.
It looks absolutely stunning, and I, for one, am very excited to hear you guys perform this Friday to get us set up for the weekend. So make sure that you don't miss out on that. One more time, Afrika Bora, Mzansi Afrika, Emergent there in the studio. Come on, neighbors, cheer them on. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
That felt a little bit false, that camaraderie that was going on there, I have to say.
There's no competition here, okay? We complete one another. We don't have to compete against each other.
Oh, they say that. It's all mind games. Have you tuned in every day this week to watch your favorite breakfast show? I hope you have, because we're about to put that knowledge to the test, and I'm speaking mainly to our presenters. I can feel a vibe. I can feel a vibe coming from this side of the studio. It's time for Expresso Rewind. It's the highlight, the low points of every show, because it's where we really get to relive some of those magical moments, but it descends into absolute shenanigans. Welcome to it.
I have come to claim my place in the great circle of life.
Guys, there's the golden monkey.
Yes.
Do I have to remind you what's at stake here? Very quickly, your noise, to be so.
Woo!
Inappropriate, but okay.
You stole that from me.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Okay, that's fine. You can have it.
I'll do a new one.
You can have it. Pooh! Wow.
Very different. Okay, go.
Yeah!
Okay, yeah, I like that, Cat. That's a bad song.
No, hold on. I was actually thinking I'm dedicating this one to my little boy. We've been feeding him sweet potato.
Sweet potato!
Oh,
wow.
Okay. I thought you were going to go with
sweet potato?
No, when I have to get and convince him to eat it quickly, I put it in his mouth, and when he tries to gag, I go, sweet potato, and then he eats. Sweet potato!
Wow.
All right, so use that same mind game, that technique. Guys, these questions are difficult. We're going to fly through them.
Okay,
are you ready?
Okay. Ready.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, and our first question is, play along at home if you can. Scientists managed to grow which organoids in a petri dish? First time.
Yeah! Well, the thing about waiting until the end.
Did she wait? Because you also made a noise.
Your turn is fast going.
I'm not in the game here.
Yeah.
3, 2, go.
Blood vessels.
1. Boom.
May I just interject? You also made a noise.
Hold on a minute.
If you had a point, I deduct it. No shenanigans. Let's go. What is the Pantone color of the year for 2019? T-Man?
Sweet potato after that.
Orange.
What? No.
I went after him. After him. It was me.
I'll give you both an opportunity for half a point. Go for it.
Living coral.
Oh, yes.
Gotta go half a point.
Hold on.
I'm gonna go
she said coral. I said living coral. That's a very much more specific color. No.
Look, it's quite nuanced.
It's not half-piece. It's not half-piece.
Nuanced.
Thank you.
It's quite nuanced.
Yes, guys.
So we've got half a place. 1. Okay. Which English singer-songwriter is touring South Africa for the first time this week?
Yeah!
Whoa.
I think I said it first. I think we were all together. Let's say it all together.
Honestly, we were on the event horizon. Okay, in 3, 2, 1.
James
Morrison.
You all get a point. Well, okay.
I'm in the game.
1.5 plays 1.
Un momento, por favor. It's 2. It's 2. I got the living coral.
You did get living coral.
Thank you.
Well done. No, that was a half a pointer.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I'm on the edge.
He's incensed, man. He's incensed.
potato.
What is Jenny Morris's tip for a good toffee apple?
Sweet potato!
Okay.
Sweet potato!
Go.
It's vinegar. You got to add vinegar to it so that it helps the apple
We're gonna put a phoenix.
Crystallize.
Use a good apple like Pink Lady apples.
Sorry about that. All the points get taken away.
He just edges out in front by a half a point. Cat, you got it, man. It was dirty. It was ugly. But you done it, man.
I'm sorry that you had to be privy to that.
I would like to thank all of those in support of the sweet potato. It's very healthy for you. Eat it every day. You can just boil it when it's soft. You can puree it with some water. It makes for a nice smoothie as well.
It's medium on the glycemic index. So hopefully you guys at home, you are going to be performing far better than our team this morning. Here is your question to answer on our social media platforms. What is the theme for this year's Sun Met? Share the answer with us on all of our social media platforms. Let us know. I know you guys should really know it. It's an awesome theme this year, so all the best of luck. And if you don't know, you can always check out our YouTube channel to catch up on all of the week's highlights. Just revel in your glory for another 5 minutes. There we go. Revel, revel, revel. We'll see you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you. Feel it in your bones. Feel it. Do the shimmy, shimmy. Do the shimmy, shimmy. It's birthday time. Happy birthday. So not only are international superstars celebrating the birthday today, like Alicia Keys, who's now going to be hosting the Grammys. We absolutely love it. Happy birthday. 5 seconds of summer's Callum Hood, a massive heartthrob as well. He's celebrating his birthday. They have their birthday in common, but we have a ton of viewers.
Did I mention that I had a crush on Alicia Keys' hair?
I thought you were going to say Callum Hood. I was like, oh, man. You did say that many times.
Happy birthday, Alicia.
Not just her hair.
Alicia Keys.
Not just her hair.
But also very
very importantly, let's wish a very happy birthday to Esona. Your mother, Colleen, would like to have
would like to have an amazing day.
Would like you to have an amazing day, and I'm sure she'd like to have an amazing day too. So happy birthday to you, Esona. And then also, Rosetta would like to wish her grandson, Cleveland, a happy 18th birthday today.
Work it, son.
Cleveland.
Work it, son.
Oh, that is level.
But that's
Right.
That's a schmodel in the making right there, eh?
Nice Cleveland.
He's 18
Good
today,
job,
guys.
man.
He's
Wow.
18.
Man.
Big 1-8. We also want to wish a very, very happy birthday to Zoe. This is from Alicia. And Alicia wants to wish Zoe a happy 11th birthday today. She added, always stay humble, smart, and responsible. We love you lots.
Beautiful.
Look at
Great
cute little
advice,
Zoe
man.
there, hey? And also a very big happy birthday to Luke, who is turning 7 today.
Oh, hey, Luke.
Aw, Lukey. So
So
cute.
good. He looks like a very adventurous boy.
I think so.
Like he likes running around outside.
And losing the teeth as he goes.
And
So cute.
bet you his dad this morning was like, Luke, I am your
Oh, no.
Really?
No, I love it. And we want to wish Jane a happy birthday today as well. If that's a selfie, it's like she didn't even know she was taking a selfie of herself. She's like, what? What?
Happy birthday, Jane.
Absolutely love you, Jane. And Amy, happy 13th birthday today. Well done, Amy. That's another big birthday, yeah?
Yeah. Also, Donna would like to wish her sister-in-law, Michelle, a happy 30th birthday today. That's a big
That's
one.
an
The big
important
3-0.
one,
Look at that beautiful picture. Happy birthday to you, Michelle.
And then, of course, to Denise, who celebrates her birthday tomorrow. A very, very big happy birthday to Denise. And then a huge happy
huge
birthday.
pie.
This one coming from Mersha and Vincent to Hannah Lucy, saying, happy 11th birthday to my beautiful princess. Never be afraid to look life into the eyes and give it a wink. We wish you all the happiness in the world and all the happiness that the world has to offer. Love you to the moon and back from mommy and daddy. Happy birthday, Hannah Lucy.
That's
and
beautiful.
to all of our birthday girls and boys.
I love that saying. You know, look the world in the eyes and say, take it by the horns.
Yeah.
And give it
Just
a
give
wink.
it a wink there. Listen, we're going to bring in some beautiful cake for you just in honor of your birthday. And of course, if you'd like to wish yourself or a loved one a happy birthday, then go ahead and send your pictures and your birthday dedications to birthdays@cordova.tv. And who knows, we could have you there up on screen wishing you a happy birthday on your very special day.
Time to take a look at what's happening in the news at 7 o'clock. The Parliament Portfolio Committee on Police wants the South African Police Services to fast-track the implementation of the e-docket system. The view is that the system will assist in the fight against crime. Foreign direct investments, or FDI, in South Africa grew from $1.3 billion in 2017 to $7.1 billion in 2018, an increase of 446%. On the international front, the Democratic Republic of Congo's new president, Felix Tshisekedi, fell ill briefly as he was delivering his inauguration speech yesterday, following the country's first peaceful handover of power. 55-year-old Tshisekedi returned after 12 minutes, saying the campaign had got the better of him. An extreme heat wave in Australia has led to the deaths of more than 90 wild horses in the outback. Rangers have found dead and dying animals in a dried-up waterhole near Alice Springs in the Northern Territory. And then finally, bad news for some, good news for others. It turns out that Hollywood apparently hasn't found its next power couple. Rumors were rife that South Africa's superstar and Oscar winner Charlize Theron and pretty boy Brad Pitt were dating. But now an entertainment magazine has confirmed that Brad and Charlize have known each other for years and recently became even better friends after working on an ad campaign together. With rumors put to bed, they are now two most eligible stars on the loose. But release is not a thing. I personally believe where there's smoke, there's fire, so we'll just have to wait and see. Let's take another look at what's happening in the world of sport.
Bringing you a quick sporting synopsis ahead of the weekend. The Proteas and Pakistan resume their ODI battle today in Centurion with the 5-match series perfectly poised at 1-1. Play getting underway at Supersport Park from 1 o'clock this afternoon. In rugby, after a month off, the Blitzbokke return to World Sevens series action this weekend, and they aim for the cup at the Hamilton Sevens leg. South Africa in an interesting group, placed up against Kenya, Scotland and France in the group stages. In football, a battle royale of two of the most successful clubs in FA Cup history. It's a fourth-round tie between Arsenal and Manchester United, both looking for their former glory at the Emirates Stadium. And in tennis, Rafael Nadal is on course to win a second Australian Open title as he booked his place in the final after a rather simple-looking 3-love win over Stefanos Tsitsipas. That's where we leave our sport for now.
Thank you, G. Okay. All right, thank you, G. Let's take a look at your traffic this morning. Starting off in Gauteng. In four ways, there is a stationary vehicle on the N1 northbound before William Nicol Drive. It's obstructing the left lane, so please do approach that area with caution. And if you are in the Western Cape, in Athlone, on the N2 inbound, there is congestion before Jakes Gerwel Drive. Delays can be expected, so please take it easy, be patient this morning. Off to the trains, delays of 20 to 30 minutes can be expected this morning on the Wellington line, and this is due to manual authorization of trains, defective track circuits, signal and speed restrictions. Your next report will be at 7:30.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
So every day we ask you to send through your beautiful sunrise pictures to inspire us, and we've got to say a big thank you to Ingrid Gordon, who sent us this amazing sunrise over Jeffreys Bay, and that's where you can expect mildly cloudy conditions with a touch of morning rain, some showers later in the evening, reaching a maximum of just 22 degrees, so pretty moderate by our standards lately, but the temperature's rising in Polokwane today, between 19 and 30 your range. In Mbombela, expect thunder showers, 19 your low, 29 your high. Pretoria reaching a max of 33, perfect for the cricket. Johannesburg ranging between 16 and 31. Mahikeng, another scorcher, 21 and 36 degrees your range. Likewise, Klerksdorp, expect a hot one, 23 and 35. Kimberley, please be careful out in the sun today. Your maximum 39 degrees, kicking off an 18 this morning. Kimberley, that's Kimberley Bloemfontein ranging between 14 and 37 degrees. Richards Bay, your range 20 and 26. Pietermaritzburg 16 and 20. Durbs, expect rain today, but clearing by Sunday. 20 to 24 degrees is your range. Mthatha 15 and 20. East London, also rain on the cards there. 17 your low, going up to 22 degrees. Kind of cloudy day ahead, 29 your high, kicking off on 14 degrees. PE ranging between 18 and 24. George 16 and 22. Sutherland, a low of 9 degrees. Seasons possibly changing. 26 is your high, though. Cape Town, moderate temperatures, 17 and 23 your mild range for the day. Worcester, 12 is your minimum, going up to a max of 28 degrees. Springbok, 14 your low, going up to 32 degrees. And again, another scorcher in Uppington. Please be careful. Make sure you are fully hydrated in Uppington today. 20 degrees is your minimum, going up to a max of 39 degrees.
Anyways, much like relationship goals, we all have property goals, and it's dreams of owning that house at the beach or maybe that penthouse overlooking the city. Well, private property is encouraging you to share your property dreams and stand the chance of winning 10,000 rand.
You heard it right, it's not a mistake, 10,000 rand. Now, what you need to do to enter is visit privateproperty.co.za, search for your dream home, then use the social media icons to share it to your Twitter or Facebook, okay? It's important to tag @PropertySA with hashtag #PropertyDreams. It's that simple.
So go ahead, share, and you could win 10,000 rand with private property. Remember that terms and conditions do apply.
All right, it's time for some music right now on this Friday morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Emergere, of course, in the studio, and they're about to perform a song called Nomadic Love.
Clover Crush. 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
There are moments that I look at him that are raised, who I thought I knew inside and out, and so I just cannot do it. This isn't us, not Dr. Color, and I don't know what he's doing! I don't feel like I have a disease. This isn't my chance. I need to find a way to fill this black hole in me. One, two, three, run it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Follow that very techie, funky beat all the way to your TV. You know what that means? Minds are about to be blown. Time for our Friday Tech Roundup with our expert and all-round awesome guy, Tennis Janssen van Rensburg, where we look at some of the most interesting stories from the world of science and technology. And it's awesome at the moment, man. What a time to be alive, bro.
It's happening quickly.
Almost too fast. I think this makes people very nervous, especially when we bring robotics, autonomous robotics into the mix. Amazon have made a pretty big announcement or revealed something quite amazing this week.
Yeah, so this week they've announced that they are starting to test their new delivery robots. Now, these are essentially little dog-sized robots that are going to be scurrying around on the sidewalks. And Amazon have said that, you know, the biggest challenge that they have had in making delivery faster and faster,
There's
which
people
obviously
running
they've
and
already
screaming
done.
from the delivery
Well,
vehicles.
look, that one doesn't look
this
so
is actually
scary.
quite cute. It's not a dog with a gun for a tail.
No, exactly.
Yeah?
So they said that their biggest challenge has actually been what they call the last mile. So it's that last point from from a person needing to deliver it to the door.
Yeah.
And that is what they're trying to cut out to make the
Run
automation.
for your life, woman.
So they've started to test that now in Washington, and they're hoping to get this rolled out a lot quicker than the drone technology that they've been trying to test. Obviously, with the flight restrictions on drones, you know, it's not going to happen as quickly.
I mean, it's cool, man. More power to it. And I love the kind of branding is pretty slick along the way. But I think a lot of people, we're getting used to ordering stuff online. We're getting used to automated houses. So why not? Imagine if your house could take delivery of something without you even knowing about it, and you don't have to ever worry about running out of milk ever again. Then let's move on to something that sits on the kind of cool design side of the spectrum there. I wasn't nervous about robot dogs there, I promise. Xiaomi, I hope I'm saying that right, a Chinese smartphone manufacturer, has got a double flip phone. So what do you have to do? You have to go
when you're
not quite. That would be cool, though. I'd like to see that. So Xiaomi have now released the first double folding smartphone. Well, they haven't released it yet. This is a concept video that one of their execs shared. And essentially, 2019 is going to be the year of the foldable phone. So there you can see it folds that way and then that way, and then it's a normal size phone.
Get out. Get out.
That's where we're getting to in 2019.
The screen is folding. What does this mean for like tablets, smart? We've seen kind of the tablet re-emerge in a weird way, replacing laptops. You know, is this where we're headed?
So the bigger tablets have kind of replaced some traditional laptops. But now we're thinking that these smartphones are going to start to replace your smaller tablets because it'll be an all-in-one, right? So you'll have a normal phone and you fold it open, and then you can use the bigger screen for whatever you would have on a tablet. We're getting to a very interesting
And then the third dimension is a hologram that you can move around, which we've already
that's
covered.
probably only a couple of months
And then from the sublime there to the ridiculous, Farming Simulator now has an esports league. Has commercialization taken over gaming now? Is this what's happened?
Exactly. It's becoming mainstream now. The esports fraternity has grown significantly, and with 2018 being the massive year it was, with the likes of Fortnite just taking over the world, we can expect more and more games to have their own tournaments. And look, Farming Simulator, I don't know, I've never played it before, but it seems like quite a weird option in terms of it being competitive.
Grow!
Exactly. But the prize money is $280,000.
See, this is the thing. Once you've got a database, you can do it, man. Dude, those are 3 beautiful stories. Thank you so much. Hopefully that's inspired you, that's maybe terrified you just a little bit, but you can let us know what stories have been trending on your timelines. What hashtags are you following in the world of science and tech? As always, use our hashtag Expresso Show.
There's nothing smoother than the fresh, cool taste of Clover Tropica. Made with love by Clover.
Well, how about hashtag delicious? Well, that's what this is. Hashtag delicious, especially if you're looking for a pick-me-up when things seem a little dull in your life and you want to spruce it up a little bit. So look no further than what we're about to make. A refreshing summer drink that is inspired, of course, by Tropica watermelon and coconut cooler, sure to be the perfect thirst quencher on a very hot summer's day.
Exactly.
And we're going to show you how to make it.
And it's gorgeous for a Friday, by the way. So these are our ingredients. We've got some cubed watermelon. They've been frozen, so they're going to add that little bit of itziki. We've got some lime zest. We've got limes. We've got ice. We've got coconut water. And then, of course, we've got our hero ingredient, which is our Tropica Cool Red, which we love so much. So shall I add everything to the mix?
Please do. In what order do you add it?
So we're going to add our watermelon. I love watermelon. How much watermelon have you consumed over the summer? A lot, right?
Actually, not enough. I'm ashamed of myself.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
it's
but
so good.
You know, I think I made up for that when I was a child. I used to eat it by the truckload.
It's all good. It's all good. We're going to add our lime zest there. That's going to add that little punch.
Itziki, like you say.
Itziki.
SMS the keyword
for that.
Clover to 33728, and we'll send you a list of the ingredients. But they're pretty easy. You can see them right over there, and as well as a link to the recipe. Coconut water, by far one of my favorite drinks right now. Lovely. Super hydrating.
Yes.
And you just get a sense when you drink it that you're just taking in nature's very own, you know, water kind of thing.
Say the things.
Although nature's water is actually water. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but it worked in my mind. Okay, so we're gonna blend it up. What about the ice? You're not gonna ice it up?
You can actually put some ice in our glass for us.
Oh, I shall do that then.
Busy, instead of just standing around and looking pretty.
Alrighty. So as you can see, it's pretty
Do you like to still have some chunks in yours?
I must admit,
not only do you drink it, but you eat it at the same time.
No, when it comes to this kind of thing, then not.
No,
when
you
it
don't
comes
like to eat and drink simultaneously.
No. It could be a dangerous thing.
There we go.
When it comes to smoothies, maybe, but this is more like a little cooler, refresher, thirst quencher kind of thing. So I wanted smooth, you know, because nothing's smoother, Leanne.
I've given you smooth.
Do you understand? Nothing's smoother.
Smooth like this. It's not going to be smoother than this. There we go. Okay, there are some chunks, but it's fine.
That's all right. It's watermelon. And then, just to be nice and fancy, look at this. Steel straws. Huh?
You've been drinking watermelon.
Hey, can you stand there? SMS Clover to 33728 if you'd like to make this a great one for the weekend. Let's have a taster.
This is where it's at, yo. This is where it's at.
That's good. That's so good.
A little bit of lime. If you want to check out how we made this, well, take one more look at this. So good. Want some more?
Are you looking for a pick-me-up when life seems a little dull? Well, look no further because we have a refreshing summer drink for you. Try this Tropica Cool Red Watermelon and Coconut Cooler, sure to be the perfect thirst quencher this season. For this recipe, you'll need 330ml Tropica Cool Red, 500ml coconut water, 1 cup watermelon cubed, zest and juice of 1 lemon, and ice blocks. Add lemon zest to a blender with lemon juice, watermelon, and Tropica Cool Red. Blend until smooth. Next, add ice to serving glasses. Pour the watermelon mixture into the serving glasses. Then top up with coconut water and enjoy.
Made with love by Clover.
That is really
Wow.
so good. Yeah.
Wow.
SMS Clover to 33728. And be adventurous, you know, when you're trying to make these lovely, refreshing summer drinks. Watermelon, mango. We don't discriminate. We love them all because they are all delicious.
There's nothing smoother than the fresh, cool taste of Clover Tropica. Made with love by Clover.
Now, I have to apologize if I get a little bit emotional every time we talk about this book, but it just looks so beautiful, and the movie even more so. Beautiful Boy is the acclaimed new drama starring Steve Carell and Timothy Chalamet. What a cast. Based on the bestseller of the same name by journalist David Schiff and his son Nick's breakout memoir, Tweak, growing up on methamphetamines.
Now, the story chronicles the heartbreaking and inspiring experiences of survival, relapse, and recovery in a family coping with addiction over so many years. And the film is super progressive, and it's a stunning portrayal of addiction and how it affects everyone in a family unit. The book goes into even more detail.
Yeah, and you can watch the film, which is currently showing in cinemas across the country at the moment, and then dive right into the awe-inspiring novel itself. And we want to help you get into that mode. We are giving away 10 copies of this amazing book to 10 very lucky viewers. What you've got to do is answer the question on our competition post on Facebook. We're asking simply, what is your favorite book to movie adaptation and why?
The competition will close on Friday. That's today, the 25th of Jan at 12 o'clock. You need to get entering, and all those terms and conditions can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
All right, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we talk about some of the world's most bizarre phenomenon in our fresh news segment called, how's that even a thing? And then we're going to get down because we're getting you ready for the weekend. DJ Gremlin's in the house, 021 in the house for the Expresso Friday dance. What's about
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Friday and always so good to have your company to start the day off with. Right now we want to take a moment to reflect on some of the world's most bizarre phenomenon that we found out there on the net. In our fresh segment that we would like to call, how's that even a thing?
Is it even a thing?
I mean,
does that happen for
real? So in Indonesia, there's a volcano called Kawajah Ijen, right? And what makes this truly an unbelievable thing is that it burns bright blue. Check out these images. See if you believe it or not. What on earth?
Get out.
Like, okay, so these are not Photoshop, because I know haters are out there.
I'm already thinking that
Is that underwater? Is that? It looks like it's underwater.
Listen to this. So what was originally thought to be blue lava actually turns out to be the combustion of pressurized sulfuric gases, which then burn an electric blue color when heated to temperatures above 360 degrees Celsius. And this sulfuric rock from the volcano is also mined, and often the more hardcore miners will work at night using the blue flames as the only kind of form of light. And it also gives a whole new meaning to Blue Mondays if you look at it. Going on Monday.
I was going to say that. I was going to just...
It doesn't look like it burns. First of all, it looks like it doesn't burn. But
it's like, you remember like phosphorus in a lab at school? It looks like the material itself is burning. That's crazy.
It blew my mind. Like, how's that even a thing?
Okay, well, how is this even a thing? Because this shouldn't be a thing. I'm going to talk right now about the door to hell. Okay, we're going to go to Turkmenistan, okay, which I didn't even know Turkmenistan.
Oh, no.
North Turkmenistan, but look at that, okay.
Oh,
it's actually the Darvasa crater, okay, but many people know it as the door to hell, and you can understand why those people are camped so close. I have no idea. In 1971, the hole appeared in the ground. Nobody knows how. The most accepted scientific theory is that it is formed as a result of Soviet gas mining expeditions. What makes it truly bizarre that it hasn't stopped burning since it was discovered almost 50 years ago.
Guys.
69 meters wide, 30 meters deep, and burns due to constant methane gas being ejected from the ground at a very high pressure. At least that's what the scientists are telling us.
It's a phenomenon.
How is that even a thing?
Yeah, how is that even a thing? Well, listen to this. How is this even a thing? Blood falls. They were first discovered in 1911, okay? Now, it's a strange phenomenon in Antarctica. It's known as blood falls. What appears to be crimson blood pouring out of the ice has baffled scientists for more than 100 years now, and they don't know what on earth that is.
How do we not know what it is
that
in this day and age?
We have microscopes.
Can we not say
listen,
labs?
So it was only in 2017 that a group of researchers from a university in Alaska concluded that the blood-like liquid, which we're seeing there, was caused by oxidized iron in the salt water. It's the same chemical process that causes rust, apparently.
Yeah. Well, the truth about it, actually, I read up, is that that's the first signs of global warming. We're making the Earth bleed, guys. We must stop. It's the Earth is crying, and we must stop. But like, how's that even a thing?
How is that a thing?
How is it even a thing?
After those mind-blowing factoids, let us know. Have you found some stuff throughout your week on social media or on the internet that's completely blown your mind?
That's made you cry?
Yeah, post up a link and hashtag Expresso Show. Wow. Okay, over to the news.
Now, the Parliament Portfolio Committee on Police wants the South African Police Services to fast-track the implementation of the e-docket system. The view is that the system will assist in the fight against crime. Foreign direct investment, or FDI, in South Africa grew from $1.3 billion in 2017 to $7.1 billion in 2018, an increase of 446%. On the international front, the Democratic Republic of Congo's new president, Felix Tshisekedi, fell ill briefly as he was delivering his inauguration speech yesterday, following the country's first peaceful handover of power. 55-year-old Tshisekedi returned after 12 minutes, saying the campaign had got the better of him. An extreme heat wave in Australia has led to the deaths of more than 90 wild horses in the outback. Rangers have found dead and dying animals in a dried-up waterhole near Alice Springs in the Northern Territory. And finally, bad news for some, good news for others. It turns out Hollywood apparently hasn't found its next power couple. Now, rumors were rife that South Africa's superstar and Oscar winner Charlize Theron and pretty boy Brad Pitt were dating. But now an entertainment magazine has confirmed that Brad and Charlize have known each other for years and recently became even better friends after working on an ad campaign together. Now, with rumors put to bed, there are now two most eligible stars on the loose, and Bralize is not a thing. Let's take a look at what's happening in the world of sport with a sure thing, Graham Richards.
Let's delve right in with cricket. The Proteas and Pakistan resume their ODI battle later today in Centurion with the 5-match series perfectly poised at 1 apiece. They're getting underway at Supersport Park from 1 o'clock this afternoon. In rugby, after a month off, the Blitzbokke return to World Series action this weekend, currently placed 5th on the rankings. They aim for the Cup at the Hamilton Sevens leg. They will be playing Kenya, Scotland and France in the group stages. Then in football, a battle royale as two of the most successful clubs in the FA Cup history will do battle in the 4th round tonight as Arsenal take on Man United at the Emirates. And in tennis, Rafael Nadal is on course to win a second Australian Open title as he booked his place in the final after a simple-looking 3-love win over Stefanos Tsitsipas. We'll expand on those stories on the top of the hour.
Your uncle is back again with the traffic at 7:30 in KwaZulu-Natal, Pinetown. There is a stationary vehicle on the N3 eastbound. This is after the Ashburton interchange, obstructing the left lane. So please keep a lookout for that. In the Western Cape, in Kales River, on the R300 northbound, there is congestion after the Van Riebeck Road and delays can be expected. So please be patient on the roads. Off to the sea now. The MSC Musica is still out at sea after a failed docking took place yesterday due to the Cape Doctor winds. An attempt will be made to dock her this morning, and if she docks, then there will be heavier volumes of traffic coming into town via the elevated freeway. This will be decided after 8 this morning, so please be mindful of this when commuting to the CBD. Your next report will be at 8 o'clock.
And of course, we've got some beautiful weather on the way today. We've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures to kickstart our day on an inspirational note. A very big thank you to Brad Bennett, who sent us this unbelievably beautiful sunrise overlooking the ocean from Umkomaas, where you can expect cloudy conditions today with some morning showers and periods of rain in the evening later today, obviously reaching a max of just 23 degrees, but that rain is expected to clear by Sunday. Let's give you the broader scope of the weather over the weekend. In Polokwane, your high 30, 19, your low in Mbombela, 19, your low as well, going up to 29 degrees. Pretoria, thunder showers expected today. Hopefully it won't affect the cricket too much, but a scorching high of 33 degrees. Johannesburg, 16 and 31. Mahikeng, a hot one as well, 21 and 36 degrees your range. Klerksdorp, your minimum, 23, 35 degrees your high. But please, massive warnings going out in Kimberley as you kick off on 18 degrees, going up to a max of 39 degrees. Be careful out there. Likewise in Bloem, 14 and 37 degrees your range. Richards Bay, 20 and 26. Pietermaritzburg, mild conditions with rain expected, 16 and 20 your range. Durban, rain expected there as well, 20 your low, going up to 24 degrees. Mthatha, 15 and 20. East London, 17 and 22 degrees. Cloudy conditions in Cradock, your low 14, going up to 29 degrees. Port Elizabeth, 18 and 24. George, 16 and 22 your range. Sutherland, 9 your minimum, going up to a max of 26 degrees. Cape Town, mild conditions, 17 your low, going up to just 23 degrees. Worcester, 12 and 28 degrees. Then it gets hotter as we move further inland. Springbok, 14 your low, going up to 32 degrees. But again, warnings issued for Uppington. Stay hydrated. 20 your minimum today, going up to a scorching 39 degrees. Be careful out there.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we're chatting to the cast of the brand new movie, 3 Days to Go. And one of the stars, Kajal Bhagwandeen, is here with me. How are you, darling?
Good, thanks.
Looking
Thank
absolutely beautiful and summery.
Thanks so much.
Now, listen, what I need to find out from you, seeing as though we are in our W Beauty room this morning, what is your go-to beauty secret? Because for me, it looks all natural and glowy and just beautiful.
For me, it's about the dewy look.
Yeah.
It's about keeping it natural.
Yeah.
And I think my one go-to product would have to be a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream. I think for daily use, you really don't need to wear foundation all the time.
Yeah.
And if you just need a little bit of a tint to cover up some of those, blemishes, whatever it is. And I love using a lip tint and a cheek tint, so you have this beautiful rosy cheeks and a flushed look.
Yeah, but also you're still embracing your very own natural features and beauty.
Absolutely.
I love it. Well, we're chatting more about 3 days to go after the break. Do not move a muscle. Kajal joined us after this.
Get your hands up! Get your hands up!
your hands up. Get 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 your hands up.
It's the big crusade. Young Van Riebeek. I put it down like Young Van Riebeek. What the name is Young Van Riebeek. Gamza did it. Young Van Riebeek. 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 It's the big crusade. Young Van Riebeek. I put it down like Young Van Riebeek. What the name is Young Van Riebeek. Gamza did it. Young Van Riebeek. Young Van Riebeek. Young Van Riebeek.
Yeah. Fella in Versace. Fella in Versace. Fella in Versace. Yeah, 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 yeah. Fella in Versace. Fella in Versace. Fella in Versace. Yeah, 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 yeah. Big shot. Superstar. In the meantime. Finish shot. Finish shot. Go like it. Body gun. You want more like cool. You better sit, do push your base too. 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 Oh, spare by la bandana, you better spare by la bandana, you better spare by la bandana. In the meantime, you better, it's a man, you be, come here, be sana. It's a man, you be, come here, be sana. You better see people. In the meantime, you better say hamba man, say hamba man, say hamba man, see it get bad. In the meantime, you better put. They told me everybody's 15 minutes in a different time.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, at one moment, the Isaac family is preparing for their parents' 45th wedding anniversary. But after an unexpected heart attack, the broken family suddenly finds themselves reunited sooner than planned, preparing for their father's funeral. The ensuing 3 days are ones full of emotion, turmoil, and humor. Let's take a look at the South African movie coming up after this.
If anyone can handle this family, it's you.
Janet, you need to stop thinking about yourself for a minute, and we need to start thinking as a unit, as a family.
Oh my God, you're not even joking.
Oh, lady, shut your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about.
Watch
while you talk to my mothers.
No,
Hey, boys!
Why are you listening to Ricky? He's drunk. You're drunk. You're drunk.
What's going on? 3 days, right? How bad can it be?
What makes you think you know the Bhagavad Gita better than I do, huh?
No, I'm just saying.
You're just saying our yearly calendar is incorrect and that you are going to rewrite the whole Bhagavad Gita like you write one of your children's books. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Is that what you're saying? No, it's correct.
Wow, wow, wow. What a star-studded cast. The new film, 3 Days to Go, which premieres nationwide today, features a star-studded cast, including, as you saw, top billings Jonathan Boynton-Lee, Leander Reddy's in there, Lilette Doobie's in there, Jayloshni Naidu portraying the journey of love and loss in family. Now, cast members Kajal Bhagwandene and Rahul Brijnath are here, and they're going to be telling us more about this incredible film. Can we give them a warm Expresso welcome, everybody? Wow, so good to have you on the couch.
Thank you for having me.
I literally, while watching that little promo that we played, I'm just like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, he's in there, he's in there. It looks like such an incredible film. Rahul, I'm going to start off with you. It looks like a huge cast of amazing talent. What was it like to work with all of these incredible South African actors?
First and foremost, it was an honor and a privilege, because you see, this ensemble creates this hope for beautiful work to come through. And working alongside everybody, you got to understand what's actually happening in this film. Every character has an equal opportunity on screen. It's in screen time.
That's amazing.
So the ensemble itself, you have yourself connected all the time. However, to work it out and to make sure we gel together, everyone needs to know the story properly. You need to be, quite in tune with it. And I thought everybody just gelled so well. There was so much of love and respect with the cast and the crew, Kajal.
Absolutely.
It was an amazing journey, so we worked together beautifully.
I also saw that Bollywood actress Lilette Dubey heads up the cast as the matriarch in the family. Kajal, what was it like being able to act alongside such legendary talent?
No, I must speak from a casting perspective first. When Bianca and I decided we wanted to have, we wanted Lilette to be in the film, I mean, we thought it was ridiculous. But when she read the script and said yes, we were completely surprised and pleasantly surprised, of course. And when she arrived in Durban, we thought, we don't have a trailer for her. What do we do? Is she going to be a diva? I mean, she's done so many Hollywood and Bollywood films. But she was the most humble actor I've ever worked with.
That's my mom.
Yeah, my mom too. And her professionalism, is second to none. And I think it also comes from her, she's got a theatre background. So that's where her work ethic, stems from as well. And she's such a professional. Even if she had one line on set for 12 hours, she would give that one line with the same conviction every single time. And she never wanted to be alone. We thought maybe we would give her her own room, her own space. No, she wanted to be with us all the time. Not at all. So it was just phenomenal.
Talking about Bianca, this is Bianca's directorial debut, right, Rahul? Why do you think it was so important for her to make Bianca Isaac, of course, for her to make a movie that all cultures and races could kind of identify with?
Family is something that we all are blessed to have. And in this way, she brings through the essence of family as a concept. And it's identifiable across the globe. Everyone has situations that you would look at this film and go, oh my God, I know somebody like this. And now I know how to help them. Because there's also solutions that comes out of her artistic way of bringing this theme of family on screen.
That's powerful. This is a very great time to be alive, especially with South African films doing so well. Kajal, why should audience members go and watch this movie?
Well, because it is a South African film and we need to get bums on seats. That's basically it.
Thank you.
But the film has so many funny moments and so many emotional moments and so many dramatic moments. And I think it's so relatable. And like Rahul said, you may see yourself in it or you may see someone you know. And it's a story that pulls at the heartstrings. And we all come from a family, whether it's a biological family or family of friends. So you're going to really enjoy it, and we want you to be moved. So when you leave that cinema, you leave there feeling, that you related to one of the characters.
I loved it. Well, we played a snippet, and I was kind of just brought in by like the first 5 seconds of it. So I can't wait to see what the entire movie is going to be like. Thank you so much, Kajal. Thank you so much, Rahul. I love your name. Rahul is like, oh, so good. And of course, the new film, 3 Days to Go, promises a journey of reuniting a torn family amidst loss, love and laughter. So make sure that you catch it as it releases nationwide today across selected cinemas.
Thank you.
Well, let's keep those cameras rolling because there are some great films for you to enjoy over the weekend on SABC3. Starting off with Daniel Blake, which is a story that follows a 59-year-old man who, after having suffered a heart attack, has now to battle the powers of bureaucracy in the system to receive employment and support allowance. Take a look at this story.
Can I ask you a question? Are you medically qualified? I've had a major heart attack. I've been told by my doctor that I'm not supposed to go back to work yet.
I'm afraid you must continue to look for work, or your benefit payments will be frozen.
There must be some mistake.
If you've been deemed fit for work,
Your only option is job seekers allowance.
Well, I want to appeal.
You have to apply online, sir.
I was a carpenter. I've never been anywhere near a computer.
So you need to run the mouse up the screen.
No.
Daniel Blake, Friday at 10:30 on 3. The stage is yours.
Touching movement.
It looks really touching and really real. I think there are a lot of people going through that scenario. Absolutely love it. Then let's continue to tug on those heartstrings. We move over to Catch and Release. Heartwarming dramedy, we'll call it, starring the awesome Jennifer Garner. And Timothy Oliphant follows a woman who struggles to accept the death of her fiancé and the secrets he kept from her as she begins to rebuild her life.
The thing about loss is that it leaves us with mixed emotions and lots of unanswered questions.
How could you leave me alone with all these people? With your pervy uncle, you know I can't handle him.
And the answers we get might just hurt us more.
Oh, Gray.
Where's the paperwork for this big account?
What big account?
It's $48,000 on his tax return. I'm not seeing any statements for it.
You transferred $3,000 out.
Yep.
Every month?
Yep.
And you don't know whose account it went to?
Nope.
She's just the mother of his kid.
I'm looking for someone who knows something about Grady Douglas.
How the hell did you let this happen?
How am I at fault here?
No satisfied men. Cocktail waitresses.
Catch and Release, Saturday at 7 on 3. The stage is yours.
I want to know how it turns out. I want to know, what did he do?
And that's just
Where
the
did
teaser of
money
what you can
go?
expect on SABC3 this weekend. There are movies following that as well. So if you're going to be staying at home, don't worry, the stage will be all yours. In fact, the couch will be all yours. And you'll be well entertained. Enjoy the weekend's movies.
Well, Bryan Cranston and Kevin Hart star in this delightful new comedy drama, The Upside, which is based on a true story, which chronicles the unexpected friendship between Philip Lacasse and who is a Park Avenue billionaire, left paralyzed after a paragliding accident, and ex-con Dale Scott in need of a fresh start.
Now, Dale becomes Philip's homie and rather home aide, and despite a rocky start, the two quickly realize how much they can learn from each other's experiences. Now, they start to form an unlikely bond.
Expresso is giving away a VIP screening, or rather giving away tickets to a VIP screening of the film for a few lucky viewers in both Johannesburg and Cape Town. And the film will be screened at High Park in Johannesburg and at Canal Walk in Cape Town on Thursday, the 31st of January at 8 p.m.
And all you need to do to enter is SMS the keyword movie, followed by your name, surname, and your city to 33728. That's Thursday, the 31st of Jan 2019 at 8 p.m. Hyde Park in Johannesburg and Canal Walk in Cape Town. SMS movie, your name, your surname, your city to 33728.
Exactly. Now, SMSs will cost you R1.50. Free SMSs do not apply. And the competition closes today at 12 p.m., which is 12 o'clock this afternoon. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Feeling fresh and breezy on this Friday morning, hanging out with DJ Gremlin, award-winning DJ, if I may say so. And dude, it's really great to have you here.
Thank you.
For those that don't know much about you, obviously you're rocking up for Good Hope FM, repping them as well. But tell us about how you got your name out there in the industry and how it is that you came to doing what you're doing.
I've been DJing for about 7-8 years now, taking it really seriously, and I've just been doing as much as I can. Every type of gig possible. House parties, clubs, festivals, radio, you name it, I've done it all. So
a lot of young cats out there want to be doing what you're doing. What are some of the toughest challenges you faced, and how did you overcome them in order to be standing here today?
Challenges, I think a lot of people think about money first of all before anything else. So
but DJs all get paid. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, well, eventually. But no, you gotta, I think, just put in your time and your effort, and then everything comes after that.
Yeah. Being part of the Good Hope family also a massive bonus. I mean, it not only gives you a national in terms of SABC platform, but you really get to work with really cool peeps.
Yeah, of course. It's an amazing opportunity. I've been with Good Hope for a while now, and such a great team. We do such cool stuff. It's really fun.
Yeah. For those who have never heard DJ Gremlin before, what do you vibe on? When you're on the decks, what gets you going? What's your inspiration?
My vibe is high energy. I like hip-hop. I like old school hip-hop, new school hip-hop. Anything that gets a crowd going, gets a crowd singing, dancing, that's my type of vibe.
Yeah.
And my inspirations, I like my friends. A lot of creatives in my industry, they inspire me. And I like old school DJs too.
Yeah,
I like
man.
the old school, yeah.
Well, you got a massive crowd right now, hundreds, if not millions, watching all across the country and on social media online as well. So you're about to get our Friday going.
Yep.
Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
The stage is all yours. DJ
do
Gremlin,
it.
let's get into a pre-Friday dance. Azambege.
Raise your hands up in the air. 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 Raise your hands up in the air.
My phone's going zing zing. I'm yearning all your ping pings. I see you lighting up, and I'm thinking about this fling fling up. We more than just friends. Less emotion is a trend up. I'm a cuddle buddy. I ain't your bee. I ain't your honey. Wanna be your secret lover. I wanna be undercover. I'm just not ready, but you want to confetti up. With an American Vegas, so this is rather aimless up. We're gonna be old flings, but then I saw your gold wings. Couple feelings, don't couple feelings up. Couple feelings, don't couple feelings, no. Couple feelings, don't couple feelings up. 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 Couple feelings, don't couple feelings. Couple feelings, don't couple feelings. Couple feelings, don't couple feelings up. Couple feelings, don't couple feelings no. Couple feelings, don't couple feelings up. Couple feelings, don't couple feelings no. Amunye presko munye, 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 presko munye, presko munye, presko munye, presko munye. Musoji wa mataya. Amunye, 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 amunye. Musoji wa mataya. It's full now. Time to get them guns and kick your door down. They ain't running anymore now. Bang, bang, everybody kiss the floor now. It's all eyes on me. I see nobody. Stick 'em up now. Freeze on, I still a show. It's alright.
Big bang, tight, little bang, bang. Big bang, tight, little bang, bang. Big bang, tight, little bang, bang. Big bang, tight, little bang.
Yeah. I ain't gotta say. Yeah, that's cool, but he ain't like me. New York, do you let it taste?
021, 021. DJ Gremlin on the decks. Thank you very much, sir. Killed it! Genagai, Genagai, Genagai. Sure, boy. Nice one. Happy Friday, everyone.
Yes. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's time for your daily dose of feel good. So good!
Welcome to it. What is happening here? It is your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso. Daily dose of
good.
What happened there? Can you play that again? Because we haven't seen that.
That was pretty cool.
This is brand new and awesome for us.
Can we play it again? No?
Possibly not.
Just assume that we are like 3 years old.
Yeah.
And that this really
That was
does
quite
excite
exciting for us.
Yeah.
We missed it. So
All right.
anyway, welcome to it.
Okay, so let's talk about the stories that have put a smile on our faces this
Clearly.
morning. Hopefully we'll do so to you. Do you guys like cats? I know,
Yeah, Zoe does, and in honor of Zoe.
So cats plus boxes always equals happiness. That's the general equation. You don't have to ask why. You don't have to understand the algebraic logic behind it.
No.
Just take a look at how cats are proving it all around the world. Take a look.
Whoa.
It's a big cat. It's a big box. Happiness on trill.
How funny.
Oh, a frolic.
Oh, cute.
Do you know what the most bizarre thing is? You watch this, and this is, guys, this is a full-grown tiger.
Well, look,
that
maybe
is
not
playing
full grown.
around.
Maybe he's like,
Really?
maybe
Is he
he's
still
like adolescent. He's got some kitten in him still, but
he's a bit.
that's a mauling. What we've just seen there is a mauling. So you can imagine from a beautiful look. Granted, a tiger, that is just awesome. Granted, a tiger could prevent you from doing your work, but your dog, man's best friend. Sounds like a lame excuse. You go to work and say, "Oh no, my dog was stopping me from working." If you don't believe the story, take a look at this. Yeah.
Oh no, can we please do this last story?
The dog is smiling even, man.
Perfectly sensible.
Get
Well, that
out.
is just so cute. Listen,
Get
if you
out.
find any stories that put a smile on your face and make you feel
so cool,
why don't you let us know? Hashtag Expresso Show. Time for news with Leanne.
Oh, man.
The Parliament Portfolio Committee on Police wants the South African Police Services to fast-track the implementation of the e-docket system. The view is that the system will assist in the fight against crime. Foreign direct investment, or FDI, in South Africa grew from $1.3 billion in 2017 to $7.1 billion in 2018, an increase of 446%. On the international front, the Democratic Republic of Congo's new president, Felix Tshisekedi, fell ill briefly as he was delivering his inauguration speech yesterday, following the country's first peaceful handover of power. 55-year-old Tshisekedi returned after 12 minutes, saying the campaign had got the better of him. An extreme heat wave in Australia has led to the deaths of more than 90 wild horses in the outback. Rangers have found dead and dying animals in a dried-up waterhole near Alice Springs in the Northern Territory. And finally, this is bad news for some, but good news for others. It turns out that Hollywood apparently hasn't found its next power couple. Rumors were rife that South Africa's superstar Charlize Theron and pretty boy Brad Pitt were dating, but now an entertainment magazine has confirmed that Brad and Charlize have known each other for many years and recently became even better friends after working on an ad campaign together. With rumors put to bed, there are now 2 most eligible stars on the loose, but Brilize is not a thing. Let's take another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graham.
Well, something that is a sure thing this morning. Battle reignited. The Proteas and Pakistan resumed their ODI battle today in Centurion, with the 5-match series now perfectly poised at 1 apiece. Play getting underway at Supersport Park from 1 o'clock this afternoon. Then on to rugby. After a month off, the Blitzbokke return to action. They'll want to return to form as the World Series Sevens comes back to us this weekend. Coming up to us from Hamilton, and of course currently placed 5th in the international rankings. They've got a lot to do. They'll face Kenya, Scotland and France in the group stages. And on to football, it's a battle royale of the 2 most successful clubs in FA Cup history. 4th round action tonight as Arsenal take on Man United at the Emirates Stadium. And rounding off with tennis, Rafa Nadal is on course to win a 2nd Australian Open title as he booked his place in that final after a rather simple-looking 3-love win over Stefanos Tsitsipas. That's a wrap of your sport for this morning.
Let's take a final look at your traffic this morning. If you are in Gauteng and Fourways, there is a stationary vehicle on the N1 northbound before William Nicol Drive, obstructing the left lane, so please approach that with caution. In the Western Cape and Athlone on the N2 inbound, there is congestion before Jakes Gerwel Drive and delays can be expected, so please be patient that side of the world. After the train lines, delays of 20 to 30 minutes can be expected on the Wellington line, and this is due to manual authorization of trains, defective track circuits, defective signal, and speed restrictions. And off to sea as well. I believe that the MSC Musica is still out at sea after a failed docking took place yesterday due to the Cape Doctor winds. An attempt will be made to dock her this morning. If she docks, there will be a heavier traffic volume coming into town via the elevated freeway. This will be decided after 8 this morning, so please keep this in mind when commuting to the CBD. Off to your final look at the weather this morning.
While you take in this incredible mountain vista behind me, we've got to say big thank you to those of you who sent through your beautiful sunrise pictures this morning. Most notably, Cheryl Ann Yonkers for this incredible sunrise over Pietermaritzburg, as well as Ingrid Gordon for your amazing pic sent of Jeffreys Bay, and then lastly Brad Bennett for your spectacular sunrise overlooking the ocean from Umkomaas. Thank you guys for helping to inspire us today. Let's see what the weather has in store for you in your neck of the woods. Polokwane, your low 19 going up to 30 degrees, in Mbombela 19 and 29 your range with thunder showers expected there. Likewise in Pretoria, Scorcher 33 as your high. Johannesburg 16 and 31 your range with thunder showers expected as well. Mahikeng, another very hot day, 21 degrees going up to 36 degrees. Likewise Klerksdorp ranging between 23 and 35. But Kimberley, please be warned and stay hydrated. 18 your low, 39 your high. Likewise in Bloem, 14 your low going up to 37 degrees. Richards Bay, you're ranging between 20 and 26. Pietermaritzburg expecting rain and moderate temperatures, 16 and 20 your range. Durban 20 and 24 with rain there as well. Likewise in Mthatha, 15 your low going up to 20 degrees. In East London, rain expected, 17 your low, just 22 degrees as a high. Cradock, cloudy day, 14 your low going up to 29 degrees. Port Elizabeth, rain expected there, 18 and 24 your range for the day. George ranging between 16 and 22. Sutherland 9 and 26. Cape Town, moderate temperatures, 17 your low going up to 23 degrees. Moving inland gets warmer, 12 degrees your low in Worcester going up to 28 degrees. Springbok ranging between 14 and 32. And again, very important warning, and we urge you to stay hydrated. If you live in Uppington today or passing through even, 20 degrees your low going up to 39 degrees. But by all accounts, it's going to be a beautiful and very hot weekend in sunny SA.
Well, let's tune up your Friday morning a little bit. Emergere are our guest artists this morning, and here they are with a beautiful song.
Take it away.
Trying to find my way in this town. I'm holding on to these signs of happiness while I'm keeping my head in the I see the first light of the sunrise striking the crest of the shore break. Along the coastline, under blue skies, we'll be skipping stones till daybreak. And I can sit here forever, watching as the shadows grow tall.
Beautiful, man. Emerge on your feel-good breakfast show with Urban Wilderness. A song that you were telling me is inspired by the mother city.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah, it's just inspired by, we grew up here, so it's about all those nostalgic memories about growing up in the city that we love, yeah.
Fantastic stuff. And features on your album Bloom?
Yes.
Fantastic, which is available all over on reliable music sources online and, of course, in physical copy as well.
Yeah.
Where can people follow your journey online if they want to know where you're performing, what you're doing next, who you're collaborating with, all those kinds of things?
All of our social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook. We have a website as well, www.emergemusic.com, and they can just follow everything there.
On that note, we thank you very much. Let us know what you thought about that performance on our social media pages, #Expresso Show.
So we're back in our W Beauty room where, I sometimes feel a little uncomfortable in here because there's just so much beauty going on here. Cole, dude, you look like this is something completely new and fresh for you.
Terrified.
He looks absolutely terrified. No, I think he's just nervous you're going to cut his beard off.
Well,
man.
I might.
Brother, the funniest thing, and I would imagine your regime when protecting a beautiful beard like that is actually quite extensive. I would have to think. But the last time you were, something quite funny happened with the microphone and the beard.
Yeah, last time we were here during the cooking segment, halfway through it got caught, so I had to kind of turn my entire body instead of lost all my head movements.
I always imagine you used to be down to your knees, and every time you bride, it gets a little bit shorter, a little bit shorter.
Every time I come here.
Dude, how do you even approach looking after such a beautiful? It actually makes me a little bit jealous with my, because I shaved a little bit. I never have a beard though. I can grow a beard, and it does take a lot of maintenance.
It does. Look, I normally just give it a wash twice a week. Lots of beard oil, lots of brushing, and I normally keep it tied up most of the time because if I don't, it just gets in the way.
Yeah, I suppose as a chef as well, that could be a bit of a
yeah, you kind of want to.
A stunning ribeye with a side of Carl's hair. It's not a look.
How do you go about styling some? Because beards are in. Beards are
in. We're in a hipster
It's a big
era.
thing. Yeah, man.
I'm a hipster. You are not a hipster.
I'm not.
But listen, we're not getting into
I'm not a millennial. I'm not a hipster.
No, but listen. But what's amazing is, this is our W Beauty space, but Woolworths has a range called Long Market Barber, which is exclusive to Woolworths, and it's basically a heritage brand. It's incredible. It's sort of the answer to W Beauty, but for men.
Okay.
So it's all sort of it's a local brand. We're supporting local, but they do incredible beard oils and beard maintenance kits. So I'm just going to take you through a very quick little routine. So what you want to do with this mane over here is first, obviously, you have it out in its natural form. And what you want to do is, it's a two-step process, guys. It's so easy. You take one of these bag rolls right here, and you want to start from the bottom because you want to be wary of tangles. If you start at the top, like your hair as well, you rip hair out. You just want to grab from the bottom and lightly comb through in stages.
Have you been growing this beard?
It's been about 5 years. But it's not a constant. You got to trim it and look semi-respectable.
This is some hair. I mean, this is the thing.
Do you even have a chin? Do you have a chin?
I do. There's a legend that there is one under there.
You want to be confident when you're holding this as well. I mean, I'm not going to pull it off your face, but you need to feel like you know what you're doing as well.
I think in wrestling they would call this the prone position. Yeah, he's got you, man.
And then you've got your beautiful beard oil, and it's very heavily concentrated because it's really ultra nourishing and moisturizing. So you really just need, say, like 2 or 3 dollops in the hand. So 1,
it goes
2,
far, yeah.
3. I'm gonna do 4. I'm gonna do 5.
You should do 5.
That is honestly the most impressive beard.
And what I love about the brand, guys, which is incredible, is it's all beauty without cruelty, so no testing on animals. It's vegan friendly.
Wow, okay.
I'm not saying people should eat this, but you know what I mean. And again, from the bottom, really confidently, you just want to work it.
And actually massage it in. Don't just kind of
Carl,
rub it over it. Actually get it in there.
It's good, man.
Yeah.
You have a subtle touch.
I have a feminine touch. My mom always told me. And you don't want to be. You can actually go straight onto the skin as well because you really want to penetrate the pores and the roots of the hair as well. Get ultra nourishing. Get on that mustache. Look at this. Do you feel like a new person?
Totally.
And that sheen as well. And you have to treat your beard hair as if it's your hair, the head on your hair.
You are standing away from the braai, though. You are stepping back from the braai until that oil absorbs. No, that's awesome. I've learned a huge amount. I'm actually thinking of growing a slightly more manly beard. I'll see you in 5 years, but I'm coming for you. So we're going to take the shortest of breaks. We're going to be around the braai, obviously, cooking up something delicious, more performances, more dances, a lot to squeeze in.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. The brand new movie 3 Days to Go opens today in South Africa. And we're back with Kajal Bhagwandin and Rahul Brujnath, cast members from the new film 3 Days to Go, which releases today. Now, they filmed for a while with their co-stars Lilette Dubey, Leander Reddy, Jay Lashley Naidu, Jonathan Poynton Lee. And even though they might have spent a couple of hours together every single day, we're asking the question, do they really know each other? Well, we're about to find out as we put them to the test in a game that we call Know Your Co-Stars. Okay, so guys, it's really simple. All we want you to do is listen to the line that I'm going to read you, which basically starts off like this. Amongst the whole cast, who is most likely to, and I'm going to fill in the blank, all right? So each of you have a board. You're going to write down your answer of the person who you think is most likely to do the thing. You can also write your own name, okay? Do not be shy. And then we're going to, of course, see how many of those are actually right. So in terms of if you both get the question right, then you get 1 point. And we want to see if you can get all 7 points, okay?
Sure.
So you're kind of working together, but you're also kind of not, all right? So are you ready?
I'm ready.
No cheating.
No
I'm
cheating.
watching you. All right, Rahul.
I'm not going to cheat.
Okay, all right. Question number one.
Yes.
Amongst the whole all right, amongst the whole cast, who is most likely to dye their hair blonde?
Okay.
Shall we reveal the answers?
Yes.
In 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa! 1 point! Zakia, congratulations! Congratulations. All right. Are you ready? Clean the boards. All right. Question number 2. Amongst the whole... Why do I want to say class? Cast. Who is most likely to go skydiving? I love how it was just like so. In 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Jono.
What's going on? Okay, Jonathan Boynton Lee. Jonathan, your cast members know you very, very well.
Yeah.
You guys now have 2 out of 7. Congratulations.
Fantastic.
Question number 3. Amongst the whole cast, oh wow, I just lost the questions. Let's go here. You know technology today?
Yes.
Okay, so according to my director, amongst the whole cast, who is most likely to write a best-selling book? Are you ready to reveal?
Yes,
In
yes.
3, 2, 1, reveal the answers. According to Kajal, Bianca, and according to Rahul,
all right,
Leander. Why do you say Bianca, though?
Well, she's the writer-director.
This is true. Okay, and you,
her life is
Leander?
pretty
I
awesome.
say Leander because she writes something special in
Oh,
I don't want to say too much. Go
okay.
watch the film.
So
Book tickets
unfortunately,
today for
we don't get a point there. Next question is, amongst the whole cast, who's more likely to leave Earth and live on Mars? In 3, 2, 1, reveal them answers. Rahul and Ricky.
That's the same.
Okay. Are you Ricky as
I'm
well?
Ricky in the movie.
Ricky
Sorry,
Ricardo.
thanks,
Okay, wonderful. Well, I'm so happy that we ended it
That's
off on a
one thing I
high
have in common
note.
with my character.
So you would live on Mars?
Well, I miss everybody.
Yeah?
I'd just go for a holiday.
No, once you go, you can never come back.
Yeah, ain't no holiday
Too
in
bad. It
Mars.
was so nice knowing you. Anyways.
I was sending my character, not myself.
Kajal and Rahul joining us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. The new film, 3 Days to Go, promises a journey of reuniting a torn family amidst loss, love, and laughter. So make sure you catch it at cinemas and releasing nationwide today as we bid farewell to Rahul, who's going to live on Mars. So nice knowing
you guys.
Love you, my love.
I'm opening up a thing in Mars. And you guys are all invited.
Well, weekend difficile, which means today barpatel. And if you're looking for a way to spend that money, well, how about inviting your friends over for a braai this weekend? But don't do just the normal braai. You know, spice it up a little bit. That's why we have Greg and Carl here from the Beer, Food and Fire book and Braai Country to show us how to spice things up a little bit by making a traditional roosterkoek. But we're certainly giving it a twist.
Yeah, it's
Excuse the pun.
Yeah, not just a traditional roosterkoek. One of the things that we found when writing the book was cooking with crafty ingredients.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
cooking
yeah,
with
yeah.
beer ingredients.
Oh,
and
man.
it's you know, it stands to reason if it makes delicious liquid, should make delicious food. There we go.
All right, fantastic. All right, so let's take a look at what we need to make this particular roosterkoek.
Okay, well, we're going to do a little bit of a taste test for you. That right
test,
there,
okay.
or just a smell test. That right there is biscuit malt. So it smells like rusk,
Yeah,
toasty,
yeah, you're right.
lightly toasted toast. This one, on the other hand, chocolate malt. So that's what they'll use to make darker beers like stouts and porters, that kind of thing. There you'll get coffee, dark chocolate, everything. And when you cook with them, that's what goes into the baking.
Oh, fantastic.
The other one over here is hops. Do not eat this one.
Why?
This tastes like basically eating a cactus. It's not a good thing to eat, but we have figured out one thing to use them for. You can have a whiff of that one. Ooh. Yeah, it is powerful, but hops are to beer what spices are to chefs. They give
Oh, my
beer
goodness.
flavor and aroma and bitterness.
I'm actually quite excited to taste this roosterkoek, but then
Yeah.
okay,
let's get on to the roosterkoek. I'm going to go and get those. Carl's going to show you how to
You
make
do that.
them.
All right, Carl.
Cool.
What's
So
up?
to make our roosterkoek recipe, we've actually got some flour, yeast, salt, and then we've got our biscuit malt, which is smelt, and the chocolate malt.
Okay.
So we're just going to bomb all our water in.
All right. By the way, if you're looking for the proportions in which you mix all of this, SMS the keyword braai to 33728 and we'll send you a list of the ingredients as well as the recipe. So then you just mix it up into...
mix it up until it comes together. You'll see the color of the dark malt will kind of make everything go nice and chocolatey brown. And then once you've got everything together, what you're going to do is you're going to turn it out and knead it.
Yeah.
Give it a good 10 minutes.
Just to rest.
Kneading it just develops the gluten.
Yeah.
And then once you've kneaded it and it's all come together and nice and soft, then you let it proof
Lovely.
probably
Lovely
for
stuff.
about an hour or so, depending on how hot it is.
I mean, dare I say, this probably is one of the most adventurous recipes of making roasted cook I've ever seen.
It's a
but
different one for sure. I mean,
while compiling the book, what have been some of the other discoveries that you've kind of made where you thought you knew something that, oh man, this is genius?
Well, I mean, the more we cooked and the more we kind of thought about the recipes and everything, the more there was one truth. Everything is better on the braai. You can cook anything on a braai, and it is perfectly fine to braai 3 times a day.
I would tend to agree with that.
So
Keep the fires going.
Yeah, we're going to tear these open
Yeah.
as any good roaster cook should be.
There we go. There
and
we go. Look at
dress
that.
them up so that...
So what do you have? What are we dressing them up in?
Well, we've got, you know, on a roaster cook, butter's always good.
Yes.
It is a dark malt roaster cook. That's why you can see, obviously, the color there.
Yeah.
You know, there's no brown bread flour or anything like that. That's just from the malt. Mature cheddar, and then we told you that little secret about hops.
Yes.
This is, we call it a hop bomb, basically an empty tea bag full of hops, and we do dry hop pickled onions.
My goodness.
Yeah, it is, we ran
None
out
of this stuff have I ever tasted in food form.
It's a good way to get the flavor of the hop out without the bitterness. So you get this beautiful aromatic sort of earthy, almost citrus flavor depending on the hop you use, and it works really well on the onions.
Oh man, listen, send the keyword BRIGHT to 33728. And the exciting news as well while you're preparing those roasted cooks is that Beer, Food, Fire. The book is launching pretty soon. People can get their hands on it, be inspired, and kind of get the weekend braai on with it, right?
Perfect gift for Valentine's Day.
How about that?
Guys, girls, everything in between, 100%. Beautiful. It is for literally everyone, and it'll be available after the 1st of Feb, first week in Feb.
Excellent. All reliable
Okay,
book
let's do
retailers.
this.
Then we're going to get some of that beer hop pickled onion. Just even saying
you ready?
that, I am so
Are you
ready.
ready?
Man. Let's get in.
Are you ready? Get involved.
Let's get involved. Nice and warm as well still.
There we go.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, cheers.
Here we go. Breakfast.
Oh, yes. BRIGHT to 33728. This is so good, guys.
I love Friday Brighter on Expresso.
Good. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, look, much like relationship goals,
Yep, we have.
we all have property goals and dreams of owning that house on the beach or that penthouse overlooking the city. We do. And Private Property is encouraging you to share your property dreams and stand a chance to win money while you're at it. 10,000 Rand to be exact.
Oh, January, be gone. I love that. To enter, you got to visit privateproperty.co.za. Search for your dream home. I did this last night, and it is awesome. Then use social media icons to share it on Twitter or Facebook. Get it out there, and hopefully we can make you a winner.
Yeah, it's important to make sure that you tag Private Property at Property SA with the hashtag Property Dreams.
It really is that simple. So go ahead, share, dream a little, and you could win 10,000 Rand with Private Property. And as always, the terms and conditions apply.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we are talking about all the latest drama in the world of fashion. And then the one, the only, Rob van Vuuren is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Yay! So excited. And
This
we are
is
talking
amazing.
about his brand new book. Yes, I said it, book. And of course, in order for us to do that, we need to sit down and have a lovely coffee. Would you like to order something
Yes,
from
I would.
Princess?
Hi, Princess. How are you? I'm very good, thank you. Can I please have a flat white? Thank you. This is amazing.
That's amazing. You're amazing. And we'll be back with more amazingness after the break.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso right here on SABC3. We're live. It's a Friday. And what better way to step into weekend vibes than to get into a bit of a fashion conversation? Kajol is joining us.
Thank you.
I mean, what an honor. She is just so gorgeous. Can I rub like my shoulder
Can
against
you
you?
control yourself? Oh my goodness. Now, we can't have a Friday on Expresso without Fashion Fix, which is why it's all going down right now on Vogue and on Time. And this is your destination for the best fashion news trending both abroad and right here at home. We curate the news so that you don't have to. Sit back, relax, live your best life. So here to impart some style know-how and ensure that you start your weekend in the know, we have Expresso's fashion editor, everybody, Nick Strelitz.
Yeah. Love you. You'll get your tip after the show.
Waiting.
Wonderful.
Okay,
Nick,
let's get into it.
What do you have for us this week?
Okay, listen, we've been in a fashion week frenzy of late, and this week is nothing short of that. It was Paris Couture for the Spring Summer 19. You know I like a couture.
Yeah.
I love a couture. Couture is also custom made, so it's really sort of upping the game. There was one show though that stood out amongst the plethora of shows, and that was by design duo Victor and Rolf.
Okay.
Do you know Victor and Rolf?
We love Victor and Rolf.
Love Victor and Rolf. Always known for really upping the game. But do you notice anything? Is there anything different here?
Maybe like all of
there
the
a
wording.
subtle-
All the messaging.
It's really subtle.
It's subtle,
really
right?
subtle.
This is what they wanted to do.
I'm not
I just
shy.
don't,
I just
don't like
So
you.
the Dutch duo, we've talked a lot about slogans being used in fashion and people using, designers specifically using their fashion for social commentaries. I love that. I am my own muse.
Yeah.
Really.
Nice.
But some of the most relevant of the commentaries, that were some of my favorites, I won't give a damn. They really are sort of social commentaries and cues on the kind of world in which we're living right now. So largely in response to social media frenzy and people not putting their phone down, this really was sort of a cultural rendition of where we currently are in the country. So the most relevant ones, I had this little sort of curation of the most relevant ones as well. Things like, we talked about that, no photos, please.
Okay.
Give a damn. Sorry, I'm late. I didn't want to come. That is my favorite.
Yeah, that is my favorite too.
That is me at every party,
Yeah,
except I
of
just don't
course.
show up, right? The most shady ones, and you know I like a little, keep it a little spicy as well. Go to hell. Go chill self, but we ain't gonna say that on morning television. And then I'm not shy. I just don't like you.
Wow, that's pretty
I like that
hectic.
one.
Which is your favorite?
I like that one. I'm not sure.
that the best?
Would you wear a dress like that?
Never.
Never.
Not.
No, never.
No.
It's a bit too poignant.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's fun. It's fashion. And couture, you don't normally see this sort of thing go down in the upper echelons of fashion with these kinds of fashion houses.
And
So I thought it was
hopefully we'll
quite
never
neat.
see it again.
Okay, moving on. Now listen.
Okay, now we're done with the shade.
We're done with the shade.
Put the shade aside. What's
Shade is
happening?
gone.
What's good? What's
Okay,
good
listen,
to know?
we love our Hollywood starlets.
Yeah.
We love these skinny, if you know what I mean. People like Natalie Portman, we adore. We love Beyonce.
We
We
do.
do.
But all these women have one thing in common, is that they're known for their style cred, and they're known more that designers are in the queue to dress them. I mean, they don't have to look for anyone. But people like Melissa McCarthy, who we absolutely love,
We do.
Leslie Jones, and even Megan Mullally from Will & Grace have been really vocal lately about how they struggle getting big designers to dress them. Melissa McCarthy here at the 2012 Oscars, not one designer would dress her. She had to go to a
Serious?
department store to buy this dress off the rack. Leslie Jones for the premiere of Ghostbusters, which was a huge hit. No one wanted to dress her. Megan Mullally is hosting the SAG Awards next week. She's
Yeah.
become very vocal that no one wants to dress her for that.
Do they just say no?
They say no.
But that's
Wow.
crazy.
It's insane.
They would have to use more creativity and fabric, and they don't want to do that. They want to create.
Fabric,
But that's
man,
what
are you
they're
saying?
supposed
No,
to
no, I'm
do.
No,
saying they want to
yes.
create it for really small,
Yeah.
Yeah.
petite women. And
Well-
the fact of the matter is, I think it's disrespectful because these women are all talented in their own
And
right.
I mean, she's Oscar nominated this year.
Yeah.
Melissa
Of
McCarthy.
course.
But thinking that people like Bibi Rexha. So Bibi Rexha is huge in the news this week. I don't know if
Yes.
you guys have seen. She came out saying that multiple designers refuse to dress her because she's a size 8. But let's hear from Bibi because she has something to say.
Okay.
Size 8?
Let's listen. Size 8.
A lot of them do not want to dress me because I'm too big. If a size 6'8" is too big, then I don't know what to tell you. You're saying that all the women in the world that are size 8 and up are not beautiful and they cannot wear your dresses.
Okay.
Wow.
So
that's
she's a
powerful.
two-time Grammy nominee coming up at
Yes.
this year's Grammys. This is a dress that's going to be for the Grammys.
Yeah.
No one will dress a two-time nominee, including Best New Artist. This is a larger conversation about body positivity that we have, and we've had this conversation many times before. A size 8, which is what we in South Africa would say a size 12 equivalent.
Yes.
She's one of the biggest stars right now.
Yeah.
Really sort of echoing this body positivity. No one will dress her. It's crazy. Lots of celebs have come out in support of Miss Bibi Rexa. People like Tyra Banks have been very vocal.
Yes.
And also Demi Lovato said, girl, preach, love this, and you for speaking your mind and using your voice.
I would respect the designers that came out and say, you know what, just because everybody else is, I am going to make you the most amazing dresses the world has ever seen.
Totally.
I would go and support
And Christian
that designer.
Siriano, who's a New York-based designer, has said he will dress Bibi. About 10 different designers immediately posted on her Twitter saying, Bibi, girl, I'm going to dress you.
But it's sad that
It has to come
this
to
has
that.
to happen.
It's always
It is
sad.
wild out there.
It's so wild, but we want to thank Nick for that roundup of all you need to know in the world of fashion that's trending right now. And of course, you can go and check out Expresso Show's Facebook page for more on all of these incredible stories and weigh in on the conversation while you're at it.
Oh, hear ye. Welcome His Excellency Rob van Veeren to the Feel Good studio as he brings us news of a time gone by when jesters would roam around in the park. How was that for an introduction?
That was amazing.
That was fantastic. Yeah, Rob van Veeren is in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause. Bringing us news of the Maynardville Open Air Festival that is back again, and Jesters in the Park back again for a second year after last year. You're such a talented dude, such a busy man, always on the go.
Stop it, please.
I have more. I have. Tell us about this because it's a love of yours, right? Jesters in the Park. It's a bit of a passion project as well as a business for you.
I was really, really honoured and privileged to be the host for the inaugural one last year, which turned out to be a smash hit. It was really a lot of fun. And very special for me because it marries two worlds that I love very much, stand-up comedy as well as theatre and Shakespearean theatre, which is cool. So I've got to do a lot of Shakespeare's in Maynardville over the years, and now I'm getting to do a bit of comedy as well, and I'm combining the two. I'm doing some new Shakespeare for the masses.
Watched you do it last year, and really, really cool, man. I really digged it. What has changed about this year's show?
This year, I want to kind of integrate the space a little bit more. I want to play around because it's such an incredible location. The setting is unparalleled. It's really beautiful, and I want to use that space a little bit more. So I want to get a bit more creative with that. And I'm busy writing some specific Shakespeare material that I want to rope the other comedians that are going to be there into it.
Are they game?
Phil DeLange. They don't know yet. If they're watching this, guys, we're doing a show. I'm going to write a 30-second Shakespeare, and Dylan, Phil, and Regan Allen are all going to be in that as well. So that's going to be pretty exciting.
Tell me about the difference of performing on a stage like this. Like you said, the stage itself and the setting is unparalleled. The fact that you are under the stars, massive tall trees, and you get to really absorb yourself into the production versus being on a I guess, a general stage in a comedy club. How different is that?
It's a very different feeling. You know, in a comedy club, you've got that steamy, sweaty kind of contained feeling. I mean, that's what I like about comedy is the steam and the sweat. Isn't that what you like?
It's why I go to comedy clubs.
That's what I've heard. And the Maynardville is like very open air, and it's you know you're standing in amongst the trees and everything, so it's a very different atmosphere. But and in some respects, you might think, well, that might not work for stand-up comedy, but it really did last year. It just kind of it all made sense, and it was an incredible setting. I mean, we're standing in front of that tree. That's me, by the way.
Was that you in front of it?
I am that Philharmonic Orchestra that's playing there.
There you go. There you are.
Actually, that's me.
Just after your solo number, which I heard was incredible.
Amazing.
Smash
Solo
hit.
triangle. I did it.
But then also, like I said, you're a very busy guy. So more than this, the festival obviously is on now until the...
It's what, next weekend? For Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Or Thursday, Friday, Saturday? It's the
31st all the way to the 2nd of Feb.
You can get your tickets at CompuTicket, and you have to book now because we're only doing 3 shows.
And that's it.
And it's going to be even better than last year. And last year was a blast. So I would get in there now. And of course, there's so much other stuff happening for the Maynardville Open Air Festival. You know, we've got Richard III that's opening on the 13th with Alan Committee. That's going to be absolutely amazing. We've got more orchestra stuff. It is a wonderful way to spend like the tail end of summer in Cape Town, and it's an experience. Go there for the picnic, sit around the dam beforehand. Make sure you take a blankie for the show so you can wrap it around your legs as the show happens. It's like a truly kind of unique, phenomenal Cape Town experience. So
book out an entire day for it.
Do it. Do it.
Something that's really interesting for me right now is trying to find all manner of ways of helping my little boy develop. He's 6 months old, and
funny you should say that, Kat, because I've got something just for you.
Do tell. Florence and Watson is a project that you and your wife undertook, and you've written children's books that have been beautifully beautifully illustrated. Tell us about the latest one and what's going on right now.
It's our second Florence and Watson book. It's called Florence and Watson Presents the Great Pangolin Mystery. It's also illustrated by the wonderful Lauren Fowler, who illustrated our first book, Florence and Watson and the Sugarbush Mouse. It's very exciting. It's like a passion project, really, like something that my wife and I undertook. We had this idea many years ago when we went to the Edinburgh Festival and we watched a production of one of Julia Donaldson's books, and we love reading to our daughter.
Yeah.
And we saw this show and it was so incredible and wonderful, and we thought we should be doing this ourselves, you know, with a bit of a South African slant. So we created these characters and created this world, and we've created the stage show as well. And
that's cool.
It really is amazing, and it's incredible seeing how children and families respond to the book and the audio book and the show, the whole experience. It's very, very humbling and something that we're very passionate about. And the second book, we've kind of attached ourselves to the plight of the pangolins. Pangolins are the world's most illegally trafficked mammal at the moment. They are highly, highly endangered and they're under massive threat. And they're not, you know, and it's for the same reason that rhinos are poached. It's for the scales. And I mean, look how cute a pangolin is, and we never get to see pangolins. It's always, you know, it's always the bigger animals, and these guys they're being wiped out. So we did a fundraising thing where the first 100 copies of the book, we donated half of the takings from that book to the African Pangolin Working Group, which is an amazing organization helping to protect pangolins in Africa, and we are hoping to raise awareness for them as well. So you can get that book at florenceandwatson.co.za. There's an audio book as well, and we might bring the show to you and your school. Who knows?
What more do you need? We've dropped mics. Thank you very much, Rob van Vieren. Follow him on social media, an incredible guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob van Vieren, we're going to take a break. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
I love you.
I love you so much.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're just in time to get even more excited. It has reached fever pitch here in studio. Undoubtedly, we are only a day away from the 2019 edition of the Sun Met. So all week, we've been building up to the extravaganza, touching base with all the fashion, obviously, and celebrity news related to this superstar event. But now it's time to speak to the stars of the track and the jockeys themselves. To give us a glimpse into the life of a jockey on this incredible day, we are joined in studio by one of South Africa's most respected riders, Robert Kati. What's the official title? Rider, racer?
Yeah, well, basically we call jockeys, you know. It's that's what we call. We call jockeys. We riders. Yeah, you can also call us riders.
This is one of the coolest days on the calendar, undoubtedly. What makes you most excited about the Met?
Oh, the Met is one of the biggest races in South Africa, you know, and it's more exciting. Got a lot of features on a day. The Sun Met, and also the CTM, the $500,000 race, which is two, and it's high stakes, and the guys are excited. You know, they go there, they're looking forward to it, and do their best.
I mean, there are levels to it. So for the uninitiated who are going there, who want to really get into the horse racing, because we know the fashion is one side of it, but you have an opportunity to see some of the greatest athletes on earth, the jockeys and these incredible horses. What goes into the day? What kind of program can we expect at the Met?
Oh, the guys, you know, the jockeys and horses, we get prepared in months. It takes months and years to get prepared. And obviously, it goes about the ability of the horse to be in a race. And also the jockeys that ride the horse, and he does well on the horse, and he sticks on the horse, and he rides it all the time. And if a horse qualifies to get in the meet, and he can get a chance to ride it.
How do you prepare in that final stretch? Because I would imagine you've got to protect these incredible animals. They've got to go kind of above and beyond on the day. What are those last few days before the meet like? Put us in the head of the jockeys that are riding tomorrow.
You know, it's it's a lot of preparation that goes through onto the horse. But obviously, the guys, their mind is set. You know, the guys already plan out like the way they're gonna position their horses in a race. Once those gates open, it's you and your horse. And but also you need to be fit also on the day, and the weight also comes through a lot to the jockey that they must prepare their weight, and also to the trainers and the jockeys they prepare those together. It's a whole lot of set.
It's intense, man. How competitive is it on that?
It's very exciting, you know. Once those gates open, and I mean the Sun Mate alone is about 2,000 meter race, and they got a 600 meter straight. So obviously, you have to save energy of the horse in a race, and for the last stretch, which is a straight 600 meters, you have to start taking all the energy out of the horse, and you know.
Strong mind. Last question, probably the most important from a viewer's perspective. How do you pick a winning horse?
Oh, basically, the people out there, they will go and look at the horse in the parade ring, and they will look at the coats. You know, a lot of people, they look at the coats and look how the horse is behaving in the parade ring. And obviously, and you're looking at the form of the horse. That's,
do you have a favorite?
Yeah. It's the most exciting race, so I do have horses that I like. And yeah, I'm sure I can, like, Do It Again is probably the most horse, is a horse that has done so well in South Africa. He won the Devon July, and his favorite to win the Sun Mate.
Do it again, we'll do it again.
I think he can do it again. Also, horses like a Rainbow Bridge is a nice horse. I think it's also, he can also maybe win the Mate, or Head Oncho is most outside horse in the race for the guys that are looking for a prize.
Some good money there. Robert,
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Soak up all the action tomorrow. Enjoy every second. I can feel your heart racing from here. So not just to all of the jockeys that are involved tomorrow and these incredible horses and the teams behind them, but to everyone going out there to put their best foot forward, fashion forward. Please enjoy it and savor what is one of the, I think, the best events on our calendar.
So after our deliciously stunning roosterkoek, I say ours because I had a hand in helping make it earlier on, actress Kajal Bachwandien from 3 Days to Go couldn't help but join us outside for a Bride Day extravaganza inspired by beer, food and fire. And so the gentlemen here, Greg and Cole, Kajal,
Gentlemen?
Yes, we are gentlemen in the presence of a lady, are going to show us how to make a true steak. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that just tickle your taste buds?
It does. It's perfect for breakfast. No. Perfect.
And I mean, we were chatting, you said bone-in ribeye, favorite cut.
Yes, it is.
Fantastic.
Well, you're in for a treat. So, gents, for this particular one, that's the cut that you want. Did they sell it like that at the butcher? Do you need to go to the butcher and ask for it like that?
Yeah, you need to know your butcher. It's one of the things in the book. You know, it's better to build a relationship with your butcher, know the type of meat that you're going to get from an independent butcher and everything like that. Fantastic.
Yeah.
And there's usually, you know, something special that he's got there, anything like that. For us, this is one of those things.
It's always nice when you know your butcher by first name. Like you walk in there on a Saturday and you're like, hey, Brad Joe, I know 2 kg of that thing. And then he knows exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
Absolutely.
How are we going to make this special?
Well, I mean, we've got two things here. We're talking about beef and butter. So it sounds a little bit chefy if you say compound butter, but everybody knows what garlic butter is. Everybody knows what lemon herb butter is. We make our compound butter with beer.
Okay.
You know?
Are you a fan of compound butters?
Hey, I'm a fan of butter anyway.
Butter,
anyway.
It's a new phrase that's going around.
So yeah, that's that there. And then yeah, we've got the steak on the grill. We've got a tip to cooking a steak like this where you've got a lot of marble, a lot of fat, a lot of kind of connective tissue. You want all of that stuff to break down. So we do something called reverse searing, which is reverse searing. Yeah, it's a way that we cook the steak. It goes in the oven actually first for about half an hour at like 100 degrees just to get it all heated up.
Plain naked, just like that.
Plain naked, just like that.
Before you put it on.
You can salt it overnight if you need, yeah, before you put it on. And what that does is all the proteins, all the fats, all the sugars get up and running and get going. And you also end up, you know, everybody likes their steak or should, medium rare.
Yeah.
you end up getting it cooked side to side, medium rare, right through. You don't end up well done, and then you sear it on a hot fire, which I'm doing there. Carl's going to make some butter with you guys.
Yeah, show us how to make that compound, but I'm going to come around this way. So what do we need for this compound
Cool.
butter?
So for the butter, it's pretty simple. We've got butter, obviously the best ingredients in the world, and we've got beer that we've actually reduced down. So that was a 440 mils of beer. You just boil it down until you get this.
Any beer?
We use stout for our beer butter. You want that sort of umami, big stout flavor. So yeah, you just bomb a bit of your butter and your beer into the butter. It's nice and it goes like a syrup.
Have you ever cooked with butter before, John?
Oh.
Have you ever cooked with butter before?
I only cook with butter.
I mean beer.
Beer, yes.
Butter. Everyone's cooked with
So how long did you reduce
It
that
takes
for?
about half an hour if you're doing it at a good pace to get everything down. So now we've got some rosemary, we've got a little bit of thyme, some chives, and then the thing that you want to do is just bomb it all together.
I'm going to let you take center stage, Greg. Look at that piece of steak.
Oh,
so
that
you're going to work
looks
it in
so
there.
good.
Work it in.
So good.
While Carl's busy with that, I'm going
my
to
goodness. Listen.
get busy with this.
I was just about to say, serve it up just like that on my plate. Thank you very much.
That
Portion for one.
beautiful.
Goodness.
Then what you do once you've got to this point, you can actually turn it into a little cylinder and put it in the freezer. So whenever you cook steak, you have beer butter ready to go from the freezer.
Beer butter ready to go.
Boom.
Okay. Wow. How impressed are you by this, Kajal? I mean, this is...
I'm a lover of steak, and I think I'm pretty good at cooking it myself.
Yeah?
I mean, that's what my husband says. But, and he's a meat lover, but
Yeah.
I love butter, and this is pretty much, I mean, ribeye is my favorite cut.
Yes.
So, but you need to know how to cook it and prepare it properly. And this looks great.
Let's
constantly trying to look for different ways to prepare, the same old kind of stuff to give it a new twist. This is...
I mean, there's nothing like a perfect steak.
Man, and can all be found in the book, right? Beer,
absolutely
food,
everything.
fire.
All there are 85 recipes there. Not all of them involve beer, but they are all paired with beer.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's melt
there
that
goes
on top.
the butter's about to melt.
Butter on the top.
By the way, SMS the keyword steak to 33728, and we'll send you a link to the recipe as well as. Oh my goodness, I can't speak.
Okay.
My
Now
mouth
you've
is
used a
salivating.
blowtorch before.
Oh, you're gonna
Can you get that out?
Blowtorch
Right,
for us.
let's do this.
Okay.
This way.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow,
in the
that's
meantime,
tough.
while
Another way,
we
maybe.
are doing this,
There we
the
go.
band is getting ready to
There you go.
perform.
Is it on?
Yeah, good.
Let's do that.
This
Is
is
it on?
Emergere. They're
Ooh,
about
it's
to do
on.
their thing. Melt that butter, but I want us to have a taste live on camera so we can tell everyone how
There
delicious
we
this
go.
is going to be.
Look at that. Carl, can you pass me the salt, please?
Yes.
There you go.
By the way, the book is coming out start of Feb, right?
Yeah, first week of Feb, it'll hit shelves nationwide. Nationwide.
Okay, I tell you what, we're going to save this for the end of the show. Or is there...
That's ready.
Okay, let's go.
Go.
Get yourself a piece.
Oh, right.
Dip it in the butter.
Dip it in the butter.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh my word.
Friday,
my life
Friday.
is revolutionized. Friday is a Friday!
This is my favorite
Emergent Studio, take it away, guys.
I could steak in the morning. It's beautiful. Wow. Yum, yum.
Oh, it's amazing. Oh, yeah.
My heart's on my sleeve and thinking kills me. What do I want? What do you want? What do we want? Tell me. Just wrap it up, please. What do we got? One shot at this now.
Get your hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up.
We about to do this right now. Pump it up.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
That's right. It is your feel-good breakfast show. What a feel-good Friday it's been.
It's been wonderful, man. Thank you so much.
What a way to end the week.
Let's end it on a poignant high note right now. This is our Nairobian moment of bliss at the end of a blissful week. Before we wrap up today's show, let's hit you with the positivity right in the feels. Be content. Happiness is about having the right frame of mind, not the right circumstances.
Oh, wow.
Begins in here.
It starts with the mind. The mind then sets the tone for everything else.
100%, man. Absolutely love that.
Beautiful.
And if that's not working, then get out there and dance. It's a Friday. It's a Friday dance time.
Yes, it is indeed. DJ Gremlin here with us, about to break it down. But before we do that, the 9th of Feb is a very busy day for you. What's happening?
Skrilla is happening on the 9th of Feb. It's a festival, 12-hour festival happening at Century City. Fives football by the Fives Football Arena. It's going to be amazing. Really, really looking forward to it.
Great venue to host a party, but right now, this is where the party's at. This is where your Friday and weekend truly begins. DJ Gremlin, let's go!
Get your hands up. 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 Get your hands up.
It's the K Crusade, Young Van Riebeek. I put it down like Young Van Riebeek. What the name is? Young Van Riebeek. Gamza did it. Young Van Riebeek. 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 Oh, it's the K Crusade, Young Van Riebeek. I put it down like Young Van Riebeek. What the name is? Young Van Riebeek. Gamza did it. Young Van Riebeek. Young Van Riebeek. Young Van Riebeek. Young Van Riebeek. Oh.
Yeah. Fella in Versace. Fella in Versace. Fella in Versace. Yeah. Fella in Versace. Fella in Versace. Fella in Versace. Yeah.
Big shot, superstar.
In the meantime,
Finish shot, go like it, back it up.
You
want more like cool.
You better sit, do push your biz too. 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 Oh, hands on the hip, you better hands on the hip, you better hands on the hip. In the meantime, you better. Come here, me sign up. Come here, me sign up. You better see people. In the meantime, you better see hamba mai, see hamba mai, see hamba mai, see it there. In the meantime, you better put.
They told me everybody's 15 minutes in a different time zone. And since I have it at the moment, you the one I wanna shine my light on. Get your life, little mama, won't you get your life on? Ain't nothing cooler than the wrong moves when you do them to the right song,
Baby, I like you, girl, in particular. You in particular. Say, I like your waist in particular. Say, I like you, girl, in particular. Yeah, you in particular. Say, I like your waist in particular.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.